I needed to level up.
Really?
Yes.
How much over are you?
I mean, that's the total amount of my XP right now.
Oh wait, but it's 155, so you're literally almost 2,000 over. It's that close.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got exactly what I needed to level.
Congrats.
I'm about a third of the way to 11.
Okay, well, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Whew. Session with the shirt.
Yes, thank God.
Well, you will have to rewear it.
Yeah, so
for
I
your
keep
birthday.
hearing. Yeah, I keep hearing that. I have not consented to this though. This is
I'm not sure if
I don't think you have a choice.
okay.
It's for the people.
It reminds me of Ferris Bueller's Day Off when the principal sees, I think it's Ferris pretending to be his dad kissing the girl, and he says, "So that's how it is in their family."
Yep. Yep. Oh, that's such a good movie.
I've seen it.
All-time favorite.
We've
all-time
recently
favorite.
been watching all of the Marvel movies in order with my wife's family because I haven't seen them all before, and we just watched Spider-Man: Homecoming, and there's just a blatant reference to Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then they he's running through a bunch of backyards, and then there are a family in a backyard in their pool watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off on a big screen.
Oh,
the
that's
same
nice,
scene of him
nice,
running through
nice,
fields
nice.
or the backyards. It was really great.
Yeah. I had a thing and I lost it. Never mind. Oh, yeah. You were talking about Marvel movies. I just started watching WandaVision, and I'm really excited.
Oh.
It's so good.
We just finished
Have
the
you
second
finished it?
episode.
No, we're on.
Watch it.
So what are we on?
It's difficult.
We're getting to episode. We just
odd
finished
happened with
episode
ours.
3. Yes, it kept switching languages.
Oh, really?
Weird.
Yeah,
Episode 3 started in
German.
Russian.
Russian, then I believe Chinese.
No, episode 4 was in Japanese.
Oh, okay.
So
It like
I find it very interesting because my wife and I watched it as it was released. They released episodes 1 and 2 at the same time. Because if you were to just watch episode 1 and then not continue watching WandaVision and have to wait a week, I would have probably not continued watching WandaVision.
we watched.
Because it's just some random
episode
black and
2,
white TV
yeah.
series
But
with the
I
two
love
characters that
it.
doesn't really have much in it.
I love it because like the very first episode is very like Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's-
the style of all of
No,
it.
it
And
is.
the
It is
second
literally
one,
Dick Van
the
Dyke,
second
and I
one
love
is
it.
Bewitched.
Yes.
And now they've like right at the end of the episode they went into color and then.
Well,
I
it's
watched
every
it.
episode they kind of explain. Like, every episode is 10 years.
Okay.
So it's the next decade's worth of TV style.
That makes
Right.
sense.
So it started in the 20s and then the 30s and or maybe it wasn't the 20s. It would have been the.
because
Wasn't one the honeymoon?
Dick Van
Would have been the
Dyke,
30s.
Dick Van Dyke would have been.
Thank you, DM Dingbat, for the sub.
50s, 60s.
Hey, Dave, I'm gonna watch your VOD, by the way.
Wasn't the first
Yeah.
one the Honeymooners and then the second
No,
one Bewitched? It was Dick Van
Dick Van Dyke show,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because
No, it was definitely the
he
Dick Van
carried
Dyke
her
show.
over the threshold like they did in.
Oh,
and the
that's-
house was styled exactly like
Okay.
It's really funny. But it is so vastly different to every other bit of Marvel cinema we've ever seen. So everyone was like, what's going on?
Well, and like it makes sense because like
I'm so excited for you guys
partway
to see the rest of it.
with using Bewitched as the second one, partway through the series of Bewitched, they actually went into color. So that
Patrick,
was
thank
kind
you,
of like
sir.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, and that happens within
That's
that
right,
episode.
That's right.
Man, you're such a nerd.
Yes, Dave, finally, Runelords. We've been away for a minute.
We're back.
Yes,
we are back.
Here to sling spells and slay whatever.
And I think
Giants.
better than ever, although we've got a little, not on our side, technical challenge. It's a different kind of technical challenge, but I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. It's going to be a fun day today no matter what. Might be a lot of theater of mind, which I'm good with as well. So we shall see how it goes. Hey, Greg, good to see you.
Is the
servers down.
Their servers went
Oh.
down like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But it's like it's beta, so I'm not. There's no shade at all. It's what this happens.
To be expected, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's actually a good thing if you think about it.
Oh wait, that's. Oh wait. Oh, they're back! They're back! Huzzah! Let's go! Okay, I'm so excited.
What's
Sorry.
it saying?
I spent so much time.
Did
on
you-
it.
I know, and I spent so much time prepping it.
Oh my god.
Stop looking. Stop. Everybody, look away! Look away! Look away! Look away! Look away!
I worked for. Let's see.
Can I look at your spell list if you don't mind, or do you not want to show me that? I'm just curious.
No, I don't think there's a
Took me
problem.
4.5
I wanted to
hours
show you
make
what I
that.
recently added to my
and
spell
finished at like
list.
1:29
It was a little
a.m.
It's
before
gonna be
that,
fun.
but
Yeah.
I was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because actually, I
Amazing.
do
All right,
have,
so I'm gonna go to
I have
have
install
haste.
self.
a
You can pick
quiet
as many creatures as you have levels.
board.
Just by the way.
Really?
So yeah, so last combat you could have actually hasted
All right.
all of us plus some townspeople.
Hello,
You can pick as
all
many
you
creatures
Blue Box
as
fans.
levels.
We are about to kick off live.
So one
Yeah,
creature
I
per
know.
level within 30. They have to be within 30 feet of the next.
Oh.
So I can just and we're all going really quick. No, yeah, it's really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be so much fun.
We're all like, we have new stuff and we're all
We got
excited.
new stuff. We got level up.
You will
we
have
got
some new stuff though,
Great
because
character
I
arcs.
have this.
We have new
You
technology.
can have.
And our
The lightning bolt
LMA
wand.
stuff got
'Cause
an
I don't
overhaul.
need it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna show
I was
that
either
too.
thinking
It's
you
super
or
cool.
Because Cade certainly wouldn't be able to use it.
Yeah.
Do you need any amount of arcane knowledge to use a wand?
Yeah.
So yes, in my game, absolutely. And well,
We'll talk about it.
I have something else that may be relevant today, but
Great.
you'll see. All right, so with that ado, we're going to jump in and go live. Everybody, welcome. Blue Box, Runelords session 54, I think I put in there.
Yeah.
It is entitled Ameiko's Remembrance. Of course, we know Ameiko's Revenge is the title of Cade's ship and also is on flasks that have been sent out to many of you. And we have a fun show today. It's going to be a blast. I cannot wait to get into it. We do want to talk about our sponsors, but we're doing something different now with sponsors. We're going to focus on one sponsor each week. So you know we have all of our, you can help me with, so we got Frederica Draws, we got Mantic Games, Makers Terrain Crate, we have the amazing folks over at Trollord Games that are our newest sponsor. We have, of course, the Cozy Gamer Dice, but the one we're highlighting,
And
Ferox?
Ferox. Oh, Ferox. By the way, he's got some dice holders that are coming. They're not, or mini holders. They're not here yet, but he and I talked today. So all of these
Will
great
they
sponsors.
be there for?
They should be. I mean, I think they'll be here this week. But the sponsor we're highlighting this week
Just a couple of
is the amazing Mike Disney.
Mike.
So Mike Disney, Art of Mike Disney, and he has incredible minis and terrain, and he does like he sculpts, he dremels, he does these
does everything.
crazy things. So let's talk about Mike Disney for a second. You're going to see all of his creds in our chat
Pat asks, is it each week or each stream?
each week. So I'm going to do this for a whole week. So
Okay.
Mike Disney will be featured for all of this week, and then we'll feature a different sponsor next week. So here's some of Mike Disney's artwork. Here we have these villainous-looking spellcasters that are doing something I'm sure is quite nefarious. Look at this.
The detail work on the ground, like
Yeah.
something that you don't see very often in mini work, is
Is-
just extremely.
Yeah,
detailed
look at
stuff.
that.
Love for the base.
And look at the, I mean, just
It's all part of the mini.
it's like the light, the just
Yeah.
incredible.
On his
what he-
abs.
I know.
It's really good. And even look at the scratches on the metal armor
Yeah.
that you can see.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
knows how to get that kind of
We
weather
actually
beaten.
talked about that in
He
our
did.
LMA.
He did.
during
He did.
GameCon.
So this is all the work of Mike Disney. Let me show you a couple more here. I like this guy. I'm thinking of him as like an inquisitor. I see this as
Bone
a
armor.
lawful, neutral.
Oh, it's Ixon.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking that.
That's Ixon in a few
It
months.
is Ixon.
mean-
That's a Hero Forge mini.
He's got the skull on top of the staff, like Cinderella.
Yeah, he does.
And that's a Hero Forge mini that he painted. I can
He
tell by
does,
the
but-
pieces that are within it.
Now, what I love about Mike's work, though, like just the look at the shadows there and the cheekbones, and I don't know how he does this. He makes these faces look completely real and three-dimensional. It's quite amazing what he does. Then let's take a look at. Oh, that's all I have for today. So we have more Mike Disney stuff we'll be showing you for the rest of the week. I've got new picks to show on Tuesday and also on our Lore Masters show on Wednesday. Now, a couple of announcements to make. Blue Box will be off the week of the 21st. No, it won't. I will be off, but Blue Box will be on. So we have a special guest. DM is going to be Josh of NPC Voices. He'll be DMing on Tuesday the 20th. We'll put all that up. We're going to stream him live on our channel. It'll be a one-shot. So we'll be posting this on our Discord to let anyone that wants to be part of that one-shot be part of it. Then we also have a Lore Masters Arcanum on Wednesday, which will be focused on Tailspire. And we're going to be showing...
This Wednesday.
Yeah, right, this Wednesday, Tailspire. We're going to be showing our builds. Evelyn's got builds. Josh has builds. But we're all prepping for the big one, which is on the 28th. And it is this guy right here on the 28th. We have, are you ready, Blue Box fans? We have Johnny Rhee, co-founder and CEO of Bouncy Rock Tailspire. Chris Baggers, Jason Roy, these are head developers, leaders of the tool. They're going to be on with us live on the 28th. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be so much fun. I'll have Evelyn on with me as well as Josh, and we're going to show our builds. We're going to talk about old school D&D. There's a super fun fact about how they got started. If you haven't researched Bouncy Rock, the guys behind Tailspire, where they started is so close to my heart, and I just cannot wait to talk about this on the 28th. So mark this on your calendar. Jay Scott is going to be doing something, Lord Gasumba, right after this, because we're co-promoting this, and we're going to start at 5, so it's going to be a 2-hour special for LMA on the 28th. So mark that on your calendar. You are not going to want to miss it. All kinds of fun stuff happening here. Yes, lots of cool stuff. All right. Oh, enough promotion. What happened last time?
Alright, when we started off last time, we were standing in Sand Point as giants were approaching from all directions, basically. And as they charged into town, the party prepared to fight. And fight they did. There were fireballs thrown, there were scorching rays blasted out.
Ladles of lava.
Yes.
Entire bowls of lava.
Bowls of lava, a flying shillelagh, a death of Ameiko. But the majority of the giants were swiftly and handily defeated by the party, though the dragon that they brought along with them carried off Brodert's Quinn and Alma the bread maker, which has left some of the members of the party a little distraught because they had known these people and they had been close to these people. And their house caught on fire and a child was rescued, his mother was lost. Rescued? His mother was lost. And and some other citizens were also rescued. One giant was actually captured inside of a lovely sphere by Olcott, and questioned. Yes, at least 2 people were carried off, though the one that Olcott feared, the giant that Olcott feared away, who took off in the direction that the dragon took off in, I think he also had grabbed somebody before he took off in the opposite direction. But yes, the dragon had breathed fire all over town, so there was a lot of just destruction overall, and the party lost a dear ally in Ameiko, who was killed by one of the giants. She had been the proprietress of the Rusty Dragon Inn, and she was lost in combat. So it has now been 2 days past, and they've started trying to pick up the pieces and help these citizens find some peace after this massive attack. The second massive attack on Sandpoint that this party has actually helped thwart since
the first being
during the Swallowtail Festival, which was a bunch of goblins and I think an orc or 2. Mainly goblins, though, that was brought on to help aid the coming of Malfeshnakor and a lot of other things that had gone on that led us to Thistletop.
Well done. All right, let's go through our PC introductions, and let's start with Eamon today.
I am Eamon, a level 9 half-orc magus. He is consistently unseen being wrapped, and he doesn't.
That was
quite care to be.
on, not up, right? Not unseen, not obscene.
Obscene.
Right?
No, he's not. He's not obscene. No.
No, that's
He does his best not to be,
He
actually.
leaves that to Cade.
There's plenty of that.
Think Cade, but the exact opposite of Cade.
Yeah, kind of. All right, let's go to Alcott.
Alcott Devereaux, Wizard Extraordinaire, recently level 10. And, I don't know. I mean, my town just got destroyed, so, like, mixed feelings, friends.
Not fully destroyed.
No,
yes.
but, I mean, it's not in
Pretty
great
much.
shape. So, and,
Fireballed.
fear for my family, but confident that the guards at the house were able to take care of anything they saw coming, so take care of the town first, and then we'll make our way over.
Let's go to Cade.
Huzzah! Arr! I did. Level up, level up, level up. I'm now a level 10 swashbuckler.
Thanks, Pat. 66.
Let's see. I lost my friend Ameiko last week, so not gonna be good happenings. Let's see. Well, just gotta go do business, so I love gold, wenches, and rum.
All right, and each of you got advantage from Pat.
Oh, huzzah!
Huzzah.
And
Yes, Cade was Ameiko's avenger.
Ah, you're right. Ta-da!
all right, Irda.
Hello, I am Irda Landrill. I am a level 11 Asmar. I am a level 8 Skald, level 3 Paladin, and I am just trying to help everyone rebuild and heal after the incident in town. Should we go ahead and roll hit points? since
The
you
incident, yes. So I allowed Cade to roll in my presence earlier. So everyone else that leveled up, go ahead and roll for your hit points, please. We'll start with you, Alcott.
Okay, it's D6. Do I get to reroll ones? Or do I get
So what's your
stuck
con?
on? My con is, I believe, no, it's a +1, isn't it?
Yeah,
Your
so
con, yeah, if your con's a
if
plus
you're
one, so
then
you can
reroll ones.
Reroll ones.
Yes, it's a 13, so I get to reroll ones, I
Okay.
guess. Oh, do you get to reroll up to your mod or something?
Is it-
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
That's a fun
You
roll.
can't.
Yep.
You can't.
Sorry, little blue box house rule.
Oh, nice!
Nice.
What do you want to say? Oh, let's go!
Let's go, babies!
Congratulations! Okay.
I'm the
Triple your hit
buffest, yeah.
Okay, and the roll hit.
He's tripled his current total.
Basically.
He's been working out.
All right. Okay. I rolled a 7.
Okay, very nice. And then you have con bonus of
+2.
+2, so that's 9. Do you have toughness?
Yeah, I have toughness.
So that's 11.
Yeah.
All right, very nice. Good job. And then Cade rolled extremely well. I watched Cade roll. It was a 10.
A 10! Huzzah!
Hit point, so congrats to all of you. Really quickly, let's share with our viewers the feats or spells that you've added. I think that'd be fun for our viewers to hear, and we'll start with you, Alcott.
As a wizard, I get a bonus feat on my 5th level, so I took a metamagic maximize spell, which allows me to maximize any rollable variables within a spell, so I could get maximum mirror images, or max damage on a magic missile, or in this case, max damage on my newest attack spell, Lightning Bolt. As well as...
Finally, something besides magic missile for Alcott.
Yeah, I did some learning on the wand I've had since the hags, and decided I wanted that spell for myself. As well as haste, which haste is just good. And yeah, I also, between the time from last session to this session, was able to scribe Stone Shape into my spellbook from having learned it from the scroll that my father gave me.
Right,
So,
well done. Well done. Thank you, Pat. I got the advantage from you. Thank you so much. High roller Alcott. That's right, Rory. All right, let's go to Irda. You've added some things.
Yes, so because I'm a level 3 paladin now, I got my first mercy, and I took let's see, which one is it? The deceived one, which basically I can use a lay on hands to, if one of my party members doesn't realize an illusion is an illusion, I can touch them with lay on hands and allow them to try to save against that, so that they could disbelieve the illusion. And then I also took improved critical on my battle axe.
Oh, when of my favorites. That's
So
awesome.
yes, and I have a third attack blow now because I'm a level 11 character, so I can attack 3 times.
I also forgot to mention that I have 2 metamagic mastery uses now, so twice a day I can just add metamagic to my spells willy-nilly.
Very nice. And for you, is that 3 times every round, or
3
3,
times
2, 3, 2, or
It's 3 every round. 3 attacks.
3 every one? Wow.
And
okay.
if she's hasted, it's 4.
Oh, hold on. Let me add some monsters here. Hang on.
With the 4th at full attack bonus, which is cool.
All right, Cade, what'd you get?
I have gotten Barroom Brawler. Huzzah!
So appropriate.
Yes.
So I can add, as a move action, I can use any combat feat for 1 minute per day, once per day. So, throw ideas at me.
Because there's a lot of combat.
There's a lot of combat.
That's in our Discord too, so if you can pop that again if you haven't already. In our Discord, Cade posted a question asking for help on suggested feats that could be used with her Ballroom Brawler feat. So be in our Discord, all kinds of fun stuff happens there. All right, enough with the pleasantries. Let's get down to the evil. All right. Episode 54, Ameiko's Remembrance. The town of Sandpoint has been utterly assaulted. For the second time, at least for Irda and Cade, this town has been accosted by villains from outside. The first time, petty goblins, bothering the bones of Father Xantus, burning the ruins of buildings and temples, but doing no real harm. This time, stone giants lofting stones into the city, destroying buildings, killing. Over 30 souls perished in the attack, including Ameiko.
Oh.
Your boos are tears I drink.
You're just giving him power. Stop.
Feeding into it.
Ameiko, foremost among them. Ameiko Beloved, the proprietor of the Rusty Dragon, who has been a kind and benevolent citizen here in Sandpoint. Yeah, don't look at that. I'm throwing you off here. That means nothing. That's you guys are trying to cheat. No. So over the past 2 days, there has been some reconstruction in the city, trying to rebuild walls, patch up homes.
I will assist using telekinesis to build up as much as I can throughout the day, move material.
Okay, so this has been expedited. All of you have helped. All of you have done your part. Burials, not mass graves per se, but definitely many bodies being buried in an effort to get the death off the streets. Ameiko, by her own request, burned in a pyre in the northern fashion. Her ashes collected into a metal urn placed atop the mantle inside the Rusty Dragon. There is a sense of relief in the citizens of Sandpoint knowing that this attack has been repelled, and yet also the loss so deep, so strong. And as we begin tonight, you're inside this Rusty Dragon, and we're going to go to our new what are you laughing at? Our new tool here, Tailspire. So we're blending at Blue Box a combination of the original old school minis and terrain, which will be featured today as well, but also the use of this tool called Tailspire, which is absolutely amazing. What you're looking at is the build that was done by our own Evelyn. Thank you so much, Evelyn.
Beautiful.
This is the Rusty Dragon inside the town of Sandpoint as built by Evelyn. It's dusk. The sun hangs midway on the horizon, casting an amber glow across the Rusty Dragon. Mounts outside our stations. You see the metallic dragon that swings atop the Rusty Dragon. But inside, the patrons are solemn. There is a sense of deep loss, a sense of longing for companions long gone. And as we move inside the Rusty Dragon, we have here our party. And so I'm going to highlight each so you can recognize them, and you recognize. No different than showing minis on the table, by the way. So this is here. Eamon, you probably knew already, like the best I had, no wraps on him. Of course, it's still an early build, so we don't have all the possible minis. Here we have Irda. She doesn't really look like this, but it's the closest I could get. I sense her disappointment. I felt a little bit better about Alcott.
Yeah.
You know,
Except there's too much hair.
Yes, thank you, Dave. It is really cool. It's going to get cooler too, so we'll get better. And then Cade, there was really nothing that was appropriate for a pirate, except I imagine in this hand there's a mug of ale. So if you'll consider some rum or some ale in that hand, you are now inside the Rusty Dragon, and I'm going to close these doors.
Oh, that's so cool.
And you are inside the tavern. It is filled, as I said before, with sorrowful townsfolk. There is the barkeep stands behind, washing the glass, but there is a slowness to his movement. You see several other citizens of the town. There is a bard that sits atop the stage, but his tune is melancholy. There are people drinking away their woes, their mugs. This visage here on this gentleman probably most describes what you're seeing on most of the townsfolk of Sandpoint, this sorrowful note on their faces. Ameiko is gone. The head of Malfeshnakor remains against one wall. The strange creature that was slain and given by Cade
Huzzah.
to Ameiko. Several of the townspeople look to each of you. There's gratitude in their eyes, but again, this sense of loss is deep. What do you do?
Well, I have already been okay, this is how I want it. Is there a couch by the fire?
As you look over to the fireplace, you see there is not just a couch. There are several chairs, and there is a bearskin
Okay.
rug. You see Sheriff Hemlock sits here beside the fire, along with some swarthy northerner who also stands by the fire.
Okay. I've already been drinking a bit.
We know.
I'm drowned in my sorrows, in my rum. And I'm sitting on the chair.
All right, so Cade walks away from your table, and he moves and he sits beside the fire next to Sheriff Hemlock. As he walks over, Hemlock looks up at him. Cade, I don't know how this happened. I thought the goblins were the worst we would encounter, but you see he reached over, he's got a broken arm, he's got several cuts on his face. We have lost so many this day.
I will avenge them all. I've seen too much death. And then I look up. Where's Ameiko's urn?
Yeah, so there is, right atop this mantle here, atop the fireplace, there's a metal jar. It's got a wide base and a narrow top. It's copper with a ceramic white top.
So I go over to the fireplace. Put my hand. Oh! Ameiko. Oh, woe is me. Oh, Ameiko. Where did you go? Where did you go? Ameiko, where did you go?
becoming a musical.
So several others they're starting to look around. You see the Rusty Dragon. You have the full attention of all the other patrons as they're watching this happen. Even the bard who sits, he stops strumming his lute. His hands grow still, and he looks over at Cade as he stands in front of the fire.
I grab the urn and I cradle it in my arms. Ameiko! I avenged you by killing Melfish! That's Kitty Cat! Got his stinking name!
He's a couple drinks in, folks. It's all right.
That's evil Kitty Cat!
All right, so for all of you, you've seen Cade drink. You've never seen Cade drunk. This is the first time you've actually seen the inebriation hitting him to the place where he was.
My own powers are gone, folks.
Yeah, too much. Like the Ameiko's death hit him too hard.
Then Erda will walk towards Cade, knowing that he doesn't normally get quite this sloshed. And just kind of go and just quietly behind him, just rest her hand on his shoulder, and just, lets him have his moment, but is there to kind of support and
So,
feel comfortable.
and we're all saying this is Irda, not Irda, because she disavows this particular mini, but it's the closest we can get.
Blonde braid, I like that part.
Oh, Irda, I always want to take a piece of Ameiko with me. Is there any way we can have a necklace made?
Of what?
Her ashes. They take some out and put it in a...
You see Sheriff Hemlock. Cade, I don't know if that is...
Please, I must have a part of her with me.
That doesn't feel... I don't know if it would be exactly respectable,
Don't.
but
This seems dishonoring to her memory to take part of her body, and are you sure this would be her wish?
To be with me?
she did give you the ship, and you always will have your ship.
Then, could I have the kitty cat back?
It's not my place to give you things.
I
that
paid a
you
lot of
don't.
money for this thing. You know, Irda,
Yes,
I paid a lot for this.
I know, kid.
Ameiko would want me to have it. On the ship. Ameiko's revenge. And I must go and avenge her for the revenge of Ameiko's my ship. Whatever, I'm getting so confused.
All right, so we're gonna pause here. All right, Alcott, Eamon, you're hearing all of this. You're watching this interact. What are you guys doing?
It's rather sad, honestly.
Yes, but I think that their relationship was more special than perhaps I can understand.
It's all right. We all have much to grieve about, and I won't question his process. I just hope that he comes out of it soon.
Agreed. At that, Eamon will actually will start walking to the door.
Toward the door?
Yeah, he's gonna
Okay.
leave.
All right. So Alcott, you see Eamon turn, and he moves toward the door as though he's going to leave.
Would you mind if I join you out there? Or do you need a moment?
So we'll say he stops you sort of right about here then. Okay?
I will not stop you from coming, but I'm not going anywhere special.
It's just a bit stuffy in here. And the mood isn't helping me.
I'm not sure the mood will be any better out there, but you're free to come, and I don't wish to see Cade like this. Yeah, we don't see eye to eye all the time, but I don't like to see people overdo Overdo it.
Overdo it.
Wow, Cade's overdo it.
Well, Pat 66 said it sounded
first
like
time.
Cade had already been in the rum before the game, so. Everyone stops and looks
Just good
around.
roleplay.
Short rum on the run. That's right, Pat. Cure poison and remove the alcohol. Hey, good afternoon, Jay. Good to see you as well, sir.
I don't know that we've ever seen a purely sober Cade. That might be scary.
Yeah.
I have.
Just there cognitively.
When he ran out of rum that one time, yeah.
All right, so what are you doing?
I'll follow Eamon outside.
Okay. So the two of you go outside?
Yeah.
All right, and so we'll set that up here, and both of you will head outside, and then we'll come back to the other two. This is just like moving minis around on the table, which we're also going to do today, by the way. And now we come back to Alcott and, or pardon me, to Irda and Cade.
Sheriff Hemlock, who owns the inn now that Ameiko is gone?
He hobbles over. You see, it's not just a broken arm. He's got a strong limp in his right leg. And as he walks over, he says, "This is something I was meaning to talk to you about. The wheel was given to me. The mayor is also heavily injured, and she is laying in hospice, waiting for healing. I had to read this over many, many times. I do not understand it, but it seems it was Ameiko's will that this rusty dragon be given. Cade.
Whoa! Huzzah!
Something.
That kitty is mine!
You can see, like, this is almost like it's paining him to say these words. He looks over at Cade and he shudders a bit, like he's so confused.
I knew Ameiko cared!
Something about these, and he points over at the head of Malfeshnakor, which sits on the wall. You have never seen this. It is a demonic-looking cat would be a term, but the head is like 3 feet wide. It has, in place of its normal eyes, organic eyes, there are these red gems that look like they glow in the firelight. Fangs,
It cost me a pretty look.
huge, long fangs. It is clearly demonic in nature, and its head is mounted on the wall as Cade celebrates the reference to this creature.
Kid, perhaps we should not be so hasty to celebrate. I'm glad that you have
I know,
one of your life
I know!
objectives.
But it means, like she truly cared!
Well, she gave you a ship. That should
I know, but even to the end!
yes, Kid.
Oh, it's me. Oh, Ameiko, where did you go?
Okay, watch this. So he twirls around, he wiggles, he twirls around again. Irda, you're facing Cade as all this happens.
Kid, would you like some water? You should probably have a drink or two.
Oh,
A sorrowful drink for a sorrowful man.
yes. Huzzah.
So
Give me the pale drink.
she'll hand over her water skin.
My drink.
You see Cade spits out the water involuntarily. It is so foreign to his palate. Sheriff Hemlock steps back.
We got a raid. Thank you for
Oh.
cocktails for the
Oh,
raid.
thank you, Great
Thanks, guys.
Ocktails. We appreciate the
Huzzah.
raid. Huzzah. Sheriff Hemlock, It is then, I suppose, your will, Cade, if you wish to take some of. And he kind of points at the urn atop the mantle. No one here can stop you. This is yours.
Whoa! If it's mine, then she could stay there and be a part, because she'll always be a part. I'm always thinking.
Yes.
There we go.
All right, so what were you doing?
Well, that was hard to keep in.
So what are you doing?
Leaving the urn there.
Oh, you leave it there.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's mine, and now she can always be a part of me.
Okay, all right, good. So you see Cade kind of staggers away, leaving the urn atop the mantle. Now we're going to go back outside to Alcott. And thank you so much for following. And by the way, this is a good example here of what happens with Blue Box, because we are not just VTT, we are VTT and physical tabletop. So and I got to make sure I have who walked out here, Eamon and Alka. So why do I have Gimbal here? Sorry, Gimbal.
He just looks fancy enough.
He's on the chat, so I guess that's why he got in. And so we switch now outside. So you are outside. As you step out, you see there are several townsfolk standing around. We have Alcott here. This is Alcott's mini, if you haven't seen him before. Very nice Hero Forge mini. And this is Eamon's mini, painted by me, and pretty not that cool, but he's not bothered to do anything better yet, so it's out there. And there are several townspeople. They're milling around, obviously discouraged, rebuilding, appreciative of all that you have done. Yeah, thank you. Pick up my horses. I didn't mean to knock the horses over. They're not dead. You step outside. It's just the two of you.
So OOC, where was the house that Cade saved the child from? Like, is it relatively close?
Yeah. So you'd be about 2 blocks. So I don't have it on the table here, but it'd be over in this direction. It'd be toward the east, and it was burned down.
Okay. Eamon's gonna start heading that way. Walk that way.
So Alcott, you see Eamon turn. He followed you out, but he does not stay with you. There are several townspeople standing around.
And remind me, the statue was sort of near.
Yeah, so
It
the
was kinda
statue
near
is
the town
more,
square.
yes,
Yeah,
kind of
town
town square, which is that way.
Okay. As we walk, I'm just gonna pull a little, like we've got a ball of clay that I'm just gonna sort of start just messing with as I walk, and sort of, I'm just gonna very loose follow. He's obviously having some.
So you're following
moment,
Eamon?
but I don't want us to all split up too far either. I'm a little bit anxious,
Okay.
and so I'm trying to kind of both keep eyes on him, but also let him have a little bit of a moment. So I'm just following behind with this little ball of clay in my hands, and.
All right, Eamon. So we're going theater of mind now because you're off my map. So you walk through the streets of Sandpoint. There is still evidence of bloodshed and damage everywhere. As you walk down the dirt streets, you see several disheveled townsfolk that walk past. Their heads are down, discouraged. When they see you, there is a bit of hope. There is a thank you nod, and appreciate all you did, sir. As you walk past, you move toward the place where you see the building that burned down the house where the child was saved. You also see the building toward the north side where Ameiko's body was crushed against the wall. You see signs of damage everywhere. And he's not being discreet. You notice Alcott is following just a bit behind.
So, if there's something like a building close to that area, then I can see.
Sure.
Eamon's going to kind of lean up against the building and just look at what's left of that house. And he turns to Alcott.
Eventually I catch up.
Yeah. Have you ever had your past stop you from doing something in the present?
Yes. What do you mean?
That house. Cade was able to run in and he saved the child. But the mother died. I could not go in.
What happened?
It's
Sorry, don't mean to pry.
no, it's just the flames. They were everywhere. I could not go any farther than the door. Had I, perhaps the child would not be an orphan.
I mean, you're just a bit soft, so I'm going to try to turn up your mic, and if you can just make sure you project a bit more.
Project?
I'm turning up
Diaphragm?
everybody's mic
From
except
here and up.
Sit up.
only mine
Probably
and
help.
Cade stay low.
It's... The past is the past. It is something that we are physically unable to change. Trust me, I've thought about it. Trust me.
I
But,
I understand.
it doesn't define you. And it doesn't make you a bad person. And neither does the things you do. You did your best. The only thing we can do is do better next time, right?
I guess.
I'm learning a bit about that right now. As I look around all the townspeople that are around, I'm like, these are my people now. In a way. I mean, I'm not a ruler, the town has a mayor, but as a member of a founding family, I have a say in this town. I don't want that. I never wanted that.
I don't envy you.
But my past now defines me. But I won't let it change who I am.
I understand what you're saying.
Alms for the poor! Alms for the poor! An old man kind of walks up towards you. He hobbles. He's got a club foot. Oh, you're the ones that helped us. Thank you so much. Have you any coin?
Absolutely, sir. However, what is it you're in need of?
Oh,
Home? Food?
what am I not in need of? Food, clothing, shelter, or a bit of drink as well. All of that I'm in need of.
How about this? And I put 5 gold in his hand. And I say, head to the tavern. Ask for Irda. She's the most beautiful one in there. Tell her to buy you the best thing on the menu. And to head this way. When next she can.
This ain't some kind of trick, is it?
Absolutely not. You have my word as a Devereaux.
You're a Devereaux? Oh,
Yes.
oh, thank you. Lord, or Master,
No need.
what,
You can call me Alcott.
yes, Mr. Lord Devereaux Alcott. He hobbles away on his crooked foot.
I don't envy me either.
All right, we're going to switch back to Cade and Irda back in the Rusty Dragon. and Cade has stepped away from the mantle and the fireplace.
It's a mystical creature of great power.
Cade, you stepped away. You left the ashes of Ameiko on the mantelpiece.
So Irda's just gonna kind of, her eyes are gonna like trail after Cade. As long as he seems like he's okay, she's gonna say, "All right, I think this is good." And she's gonna walk up to the bartender, and she's gonna look at him and say, "Sir, I was hoping perhaps I could request from you a large bowl of clear water."
He takes his greasy rag. He sets it down again. He's got this balding pate. You've seen him before. He's always been the assistant to Ameiko. There are a couple of other patrons that sit near the bar. They all look sullen. As he looks up at you, he says, "Anything you ask for, of course I will do this. I just, yes, thank you for all your help. And what do you think will become of all of us?" And he pulls out a flask and he hands it to you.
And perhaps a bowl. I apologize. I need. It's important.
Oh,
There's a spell I need to cast, and I need a bowl for this water.
Yeah, okay, a bowl, certainly. Here, and he pulls a clay bowl off the shelf behind the counter. He sets it right in front of you and slides it, grates across the counter.
And she'll hand him 2 gold pieces. Thank you. There's something I've been needing to do, and I will return these to you in as quickly as I can.
There's no need. All you've done, take them with you.
And so she's going to take the bowl and the water, and she's going to go up to her room.
Okay. All right, so Cade, you see Irda. She walks to the counter. She has an interaction with the barkeep, the innkeep, and then she moves toward the stairs, and she vanishes up the stairs.
Well. All alone in my sadness.
One of the barmaids walks over. Whoops. No, she doesn't.
Hello.
You're not alone in your sadness, Cade. We've all seen what you've done. What all of you have done. You're the heroes of Sandpoint now twice over.
Oh yeah, they're not.
We
They
didn't switch
can't.
back to the
They
Tailspire
can't see
view.
Tailspire.
Oh, well, it's just for my players to see. It's not for you guys to see.
For you guys.
Where's Ian? He's
Sorry,
bringing
guys.
back.
You're not alone. We've seen what you've done. You're all the heroes of Sandpoint now twice over.
Ah, you're a kind lassie.
Well, yes, I suppose.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go find my friends. So I go out.
All right. So we have Cade, Alcott, and Eamon all outside now. So I'll move.
The one instruction I give this guy, he will not be able to fulfill.
That's just so typical.
He's gonna be in there just lost. 5 gold.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Sorry, we've been having a good time here. 5 gold. This is pretty crazy kind. Yes. I did ruin the moment. I'm sorry, Pat Draws. I'm still working, but I think everything's going pretty well so far, and I think it's been really fun. So thanks for everybody being with us today, and it's going to only get better. So now. They're not seeing this. It's good for you guys to know what they're seeing and what they're not seeing.
right.
It's like, she can see it because she's got this angle. But we're now back to the two of you, and you're standing still outside the ruins of the burned down house.
I'm still fidgeting with a little thing of clay.
Yeah, I don't I don't envy you and being so well known. But being part of a people, that is not a bad thing either. It's something that I've not grown up much with. But, yeah, such is the life of one like me, though, right?
Got to be honest, I'm not quite sure.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm answering a question with a question.
I question everything, sorry.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You grew up with someone. Tell me about them.
I grew up how do I explain? In two different worlds. One I ran from. One that accepted me. But it was always different. I'm always different. Not like most. I mean, you know
Yes.
that I'm a half-orc.
Yes.
I'm not very accepted very often, except for certain qualities, but
You're accepted by us.
yes. I mean, I appreciate it, and I count you as my friends, and really the only friends I have, save my father.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's around. As far as I know, that's who I was trying to communicate with at the fort, which is what bothers me now, that he never returned a reply.
It could be back by now. It's been a few days.
Yes, we weren't so far that it should have taken that long. And he should be back home by now. I'm just concerned. And with these giants, I'm worried there might be a connection personally. I don't know for sure, but
We have much more in common than I initially believed. Concern for our fathers and connection to the giants?
Do I hear?
Yes.
Do I come up on them yet?
No, because did you come out? Because I thought only she left the tavern.
No, I went
No, she
upstairs.
went upstairs.
Oh, you went
I-
upstairs. You left upstairs. Yeah, so yes. Actually, so let's come to you now. As you're walking out, you see a man limping. He's clearly got a horribly deformed foot. He's clutching something in his hands. He looks up at you and he kind of shirks away. Oh, you're Kate. Have you seen the Ida, the angel, the beautiful angel?
Huzzah!
He looks around like, where is she?
What do you need? I'll tell her.
I was told she would get me the finest meal in all the Rusty Dragon.
Huzzah! Well, go in there and tell the barkeep to get you a good meal. Barcade, because I am the proprietor of this fine establishment.
You settled into that role very quickly.
Roll persuasion for me, please, because that's a pretty unbelievable claim.
This random guy just drops out of the tavern.
I love how the Rusty Dragon has just become a franchisee of the Pickle Pirate.
Pickle pirate, yes. That's so true.
A line of taverns, yes.
well, flown a pirate that's walking in a crooked line. I'm the proprietor.
Thank God for.
Do you don't have anything to add to your?
Oh, I might.
I know. I have.
Oh, and I-
Here.
shoot. I wouldn't have rolled a second one, so I actually got a 1.
Like a natural
I wouldn't have used advantage.
Because I have you with plus 11 on persuasion. Is that right?
Or
That
diplomacy?
might be. Oh, that.
I thought you had.
Is that
I thought you had a
diplomacy?
plus
Yeah,
15 to
diplomacy.
diplomacy. Last time
Oh,
I looked.
yeah, 15.
15?
15.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know where to put my.
But did you roll a natural one?
Wait.
Well, you rolled 2 dice.
Oh my gosh, I did roll a 1. Ah, man. Crap.
She rolled
Probably
one
the
and then
best
the
place
next.
to roll a 1. I mean, honestly, there's not a whole
Yeah,
lot of
that's
guys
true.
that
Get
do
rid of that one out of the
that.
way.
He looks at you.
Are you laughing at me, sir?
You're a funny one. Oh, I didn't.
Oh, really? Really? I would grab you by the scruff of your neck.
Do you?
I do, and I take him inside. What? Well, I'm drunk, right? And he didn't believe me, right?
You grab him by the scruff of the neck. All right, so.
It's good roleplay.
Yeah, it is. All right, so we have the minis out here. Here's the Cade mini.
Pat says Cade's worried about not impressing a peasant.
Exactly. All right. So,
That's Kate.
so
Yes,
they're,
impress everyone.
the fans are seeing this, not that,
Yeah.
right? So we have here's
The man on the ground.
Yeah, the poor man on the ground. And here's Cade. You snatch him up by the neck. And he gasps, "Ooh, what? Ooh."
I drag him into the rusty dragon.
Wow.
To feed him and give him a place to stay and take care of him.
Cade didn't stay outside.
of you whether you like it or not.
Cade comes back out. Let me get Alcott way out of the way here, because Alcott says,
Mercenary kindness.
Pat said, and in 5 minutes, the pickled pirate becomes a biker bar.
all right, Cade, you come. Let me see. All right, so we're gonna play with Tailspire here for a second and see if we can find we're gonna spawn a creature which is a human, and we're gonna go to our commoners. I don't see anybody that looks like the beggar that I've described.
Maybe.
All right, let's go to a gnome, and we're gonna pull in a gnome. This is Gimbel's character on the other one, so we'll put him there because he's small. And you have him by the scruff of the neck as you walk back into the rusty dragon. And several people are looking at you with like dismay. What's going on?
I'll show you in the proprietor of this establishment. And I drag him over to the bar. Get this. What's the barkeep's name?
Osden.
Osden, my good fella. Give this man the finest meal and the finest drink. Are you gonna do it? Because who am I?
Okay, hold on. So Cade approaches the bar.
Please tell me.
Dragging
I'm having trouble remembering.
Poor beggar by the scruff of his neck. Hold on, I'm lost here. Where's he going?
What's my name?
As you drag him up to the bar, the barkeep, he looks at you. Right, Cade. You're now the proprietor of this establishment. Anything that you say will be done.
Oh, what did I tell ya? Who is the proprietor? Me. So, give this man the finest meal and the finest drink, and then he'll know who Kate is.
Right, it shall be. So the beggar, he looks up at you. His eyes go wide as he sees Osden responding to you in this way. He starts trying to scrabble atop the stool.
I pick him up. There you go.
You pick him up, you plant him on it, and
Eat, drink, be merry, and remember Cade. And I walk out.
all right, as you do this, he has this stunned look on his face. Osden, the barkeep, he moves around. He starts pulling drink and food together, setting it on the table. The beggar is he is clearly befuddled by what has just happened. And Cade turns and storms out of the
Cade's definition of help is, I'm helping you! The little kid last session, this guy.
Your mom's dead. It's just dead.
It's just
Get over
a
it.
fact.
just dead. Yeah.
Now stop crying and move that way.
All right. Let's go now to Irda. Irda, you've moved upstairs,
All right.
and you are atop the rusty dragon.
So she went back into her room, and she's going to sit cross-legged on the floor, and she's going to take that bowl that she got from the from Osden, and the water, and she's going to fill the bowl with the clear water. She's going to pull a small silver mirror out of her one of her pouches that she's wearing. She's going to place it inside the bowl. And she's going to take because she still has the war razor with her, she just doesn't use it right now.
Right.
Because she promised to return it to Solomon. But,
Right.
So she's going to take the blade, and she's going to hold up her hand, and she's going to cut a line, just enough to bring some blood to the surface, and she's going to squeeze that into the bowl, and she's going to say, Tyveth, blood of my blood. And she's going to then just use a lay on hands to close the wound that she made on her hand. And she's going to pray, say, Serenray, guide my mind, help me seek that which I want to find. And she's going to use her spell kenning to cast Scry to try to find the location of her twin brother, Tyveth.
Okay. All right. I need the DC for that roll.
Okay.
And then, of course, it is changed based on familiarity, which, of
Right.
course, you have
I've
at
got
the
it pulled up
highest
if you want.
possible level. This is
you go.
family, location, all of that.
And I used my blood since we share blood as twin siblings.
So that would be a -10 to the will save, and familiar would be a
Is
-5.
minus
So it's a
15.
-15 to his will save. Against your spell DC.
And my spell DC is a 17.
A 17. All right. Good luck. Thank you very much for the follower impasta. I like that. And welcome to the most elite group of chat in all of Twitch D&D, the Mad Chatters, and you are welcome to be with us. So, Irda, as you cast this, the room, there's a humming, a buzzing sound. You look into the mirror. By the way, I meant to mention this earlier. So, any of these spell components that are costly, they're consumed, which I wanted to tell you as well.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yes.
The mirror just
gets
disappears
consumed
every time?
Exactly. That's the whole point of the cost of it. So it gets consumed. This is how we keep the cost associated with each of these spell components to be part of it. I've done something different with GHA. Gimbal has to track every single spell with an amount. But anything that's a special thing, like a diamond that's used in certain spell, like anything like that, that's a significant cost.
Well, then I wouldn't have been able to scry twice last time.
Well, but I didn't tell you that, right? So I gave that you've got that. Yeah, so I'm not backing up. But yes, in my game, anything that you use that is a significant cost spell component gets consumed. It's consumption with the spell casting. All right.
So going forward, we will need to buy those things.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not making you role play all of that.
Right.
It's more about the cost, right? So if you have the coin, I don't want to have the minutia of visiting shops and finding XYZ. Now, if it's a dragon's eye or something that's really special, we'll have to role play that. But if it's regular stuff, then you can find it anywhere. All right, Irda. As you cast, at first you're a bit disoriented. You see there is a figure on the ground. It does not look at first like your brother at all. Scrawny, pallid, naked on the floor, in chains. He looks to be unconscious.
Is there anything I can tell a sense of place, or is it just dark?
Yeah, so you have, I believe it's 150 feet of travel. You can follow where the scrying target moves.
Actually,
yes?
interesting point. Material components differ from focuses, correct?
Material components differ from focuses.
So a material component is something that is consumed, whereas a focus is something that you just simply need to have to cast the spell. In scrying, the focus is the 1,000 gold mirror. So
1,000 gold. I thought it was silver. Are we looking at the
it's a
same?
it's a
mirror.
1,000 gold cost silver mirror.
So here, let me look at it.
And
I've
it
got
is
right
labeled
here.
as a focus, not a material component. The material component is the pool of water. So
That's
the water
not-
like evaporates. Or whatever.
I see. Okay, so no, I think you're right because so what I'm looking at here, when I see the F, that's the focus.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
focus.
focus.
Okay, so
Because I just thought it would be
Yes. We
wild if your
reuse-
1,000 gold silver mirror disappeared every time you cast.
well, yeah,
spell.
like, but it's not. That's not because you have diamonds that are
I
consumed.
know, and that-
you have
but-
dragon
but
scales.
that would be for, like,
in this
resurrection or
case-
something, yeah.
Yeah, in this case.
I just wanted
yes.
to clarify
The mirror
focus
saves
versus
everything
material
else.
Yeah,
component.
no, you didn't just clarify. You're absolutely correct, and I was wrong. So thank you
No,
very
no,
much.
I didn't want-
I looked,
it's not a
I looked this
correction
up
thing.
earlier, and I missed that because each edition's a little bit different.
Yep.
I missed that F,
Like,
and that's
for
that
example,
is-
5e doesn't have focuses, they just only do material components.
Right.
Yes, that is. So you are correct. All right. So, I'm sorry. Back to what we were asking.
If I could get a sense of where he is from what is around him.
Roll a perception check for me, please, and then also give me a second roll, which would be spell Arcana,
Okay, I will.
knowledge Arcana. Rather.
I'll roll both at advantage. I think my Arcana is probably not great.
Not great.
That's a +4. That's not bad. All right. I know.
You're extremely
perception-
intelligent.
My perception's a +19, so what?
Oh yeah, alright. I can see into the
Okay, so the perception check is 30, 40.
Is that all?
No. It's
No,
actually
well-
higher than that.
It's, okay, 29 plus 4 is a 30, 33, yeah, 33 perception check. And then my Arcana
Million.
check, 33 million.
She rolled the same thing on both dice. She rolled 2 14s.
The Arcana check is 11.
All right. You sense that he is somewhere near Thistledown, near where you had first gone, where Nualia had been, where you had met your sister, and he is entrapped and abandoned, almost dead. You feel and sense all of this, but the precise location is difficult to discern.
So near Thistletop?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Good thing we have a wizard with teleport, right?
Huzzah.
Because there's so many places to be.
Let's go scry! Let's go!
I can't even keep track of all the places you guys want to go now.
Alright.
You give us a new place to go every second.
So-
Go jump in a hole!
It's not my fault. You keep scrying in different parts of the world. What am I supposed to do?
High level play.
So, as soon as the spell's duration ends, she's going to lift the mirror and put it back away, and then take the bowl and the pitcher that had been full of water and return it down to the barkeep. She's going to look around. What's Kate wander off to? This is very not good. And she's just gonna. Austin, did you see Cade? I left him unsupervised. It's my own fault.
Yeah, he points, and you see, even as he's pointing, you see Cade is disappearing outside the door of the tavern.
And Irda will immediately head after Cade. Thank you. As she
Okay. All right, so you guys move outside, and you do see Cade. He is walking a bit unsteadily as he goes outside the tavern, and he is right here.
And I throw
It's
him
Cade.
mug against the building.
Irda, you walk out just as you see a mug shatter against the wall right above your head.
Cade, I know you own the tavern now, but maybe we should
I have so much pent-up anger and frustration!
let's go find something to deal with that against rather
But
than.
it felt really good to throw that! I need something else. Give me something.
I don't really have anything.
I pick up a rock and throw it.
Cade, be careful.
Let's see here. All right, not bad. So he hits the stone, bounces to the ground.
That felt better.
All right.
All right.
Should we try to find?
Yes.
She's going to cast a message and see if she can catch Eamon and Alcott with the message spell.
Yeah, I mean, they're not that far away, so they would sense it. Go ahead.
And she's just going to say, I have something I've discovered. Where are you? We need to talk. And you can reply.
I'll just look at Alcott.
Near the statue, center of town, the burned houses.
Alright. Okay. Kate, they're near the statue of us, so let's go meet them there. I found out something, and it's time sensitive, so we should. Yeah.
Huzzah! And I just kicked her as I go.
All right, so as you do this, you find the statue is still there. The heroes of Sandpoint, although they have been chiseled quite a bit by Cade's efforts.
Specifically, Ixon.
Exactly.
Oh, this is a good time for drunk Cade to go and chisel some more.
Right, so you see Cade, he walks past you, even as the sending from Irda is still ringing in your ears, and Cade starts slamming against Ixon's head again.
Oh, go for it.
So much for a peaceful evening.
Hard to have one with Kate around.
So I
Actually, if you don't mind, could I ask a favor of you?
what?
Do you have a way of making my voice loud?
It's a very good question. Not today, I don't think, unfortunately.
Just a weird spell usage. Could I cast Major Image and use it as like a... Because it can create sound effects. Could I use it as a way to amplify my voice?
Hang on one second.
Hologram.
I would... I don't know. Just create like a megaphone for me to speak next to or something.
All right.
What?
Okay, wait, so let me answer his question first. All right. So yeah, the sounds.
Things that go through your brain.
with you.
Probably not. But
No, it's not going to amplify.
Okay.
Yeah, it can move. It can move, but it can't amplify.
Alright, well that's fine. I sense you have some news, as you mentioned, but I need to do something quick.
Alright.
Cade,
Ah,
keep at it.
huzzah! But I got ballroom brawler. That means I can have a. I can smash his head off. Ixon's.
Okay, maybe. But what feat are you using? You're trying to do this with a.
There must be
stone.
smash.
I would like to smash.
So we like to involve our viewers here. Thank you everybody for being with us today.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We have a giveaway today. By the way, I haven't mentioned this earlier. We're giving away a blue box hat, and you have your choice between the white or the black hat. In fact, hang on here. Let me put this up here. It'll be easier to see. Oops. So this guy here, the white hat or the black hat, will be a giveaway today. And then depending on how much we pick up on the second half of the stream, we may even do a second giveaway. All right, so the question is, Barroom Brawler, which is a 3.5 feet, allows Cade to select from any of the Pathfinder combat feats that he meets at least the primary minimum Rex for. So if like there's a base attack bonus, you have to still meet that requirement. But as long as you meet the minimum Rex, you can use that combat feat. So he is asking the viewers tonight if there are any feats that he could use to try to knock the remains of Ixon's head off this statue in the center of the town of Sandpoint, as the heroes of Sandpoint increasingly have dwindled. And here, I'll put the statue up here and
Combat
make it a little easier to
Here we
see.
go.
There you go. All right, Ixen, there. This is Ixen the Betrayer. If you're a newer follower, you don't know the story behind this was a PC who became an NPC as he betrayed the party and is now slowly beginning the process of converting himself into a lich. All right, back to the rest of the party. Cade is walking over. Yeah, say, Mikey, what are you doing?
What are we doing while we wait on that? I'm going to sort of look around to the townspeople and then look back to Eamon. You're a hero, Eamon. No matter what happened yesterday with the fire, these people are still standing because of what you did. You deserve to be on that statue as much as more than Ixen does.
I don't need any statues.
Who doesn't need a statue?
Says Cade as he approaches Ixen's head.
And then I will sort of, as Tim said, project from my diaphragm and say, "Good people of Sandpoint, gather round." And I'll sort of wait for some people to approach, and as they come up, I'll be like,
All right, so hold on. So you yell this out. As you yell it out, you see several of the townsfolk do in fact come around. The heroes of Sandpoint are well known, even in their newly constituted version. And as Cade walks up to the statue, Cade, any thoughts on what you're doing?
I looked through a couple of them. There's not many.
Yeah, I don't think there is a remove head from statue
No, a
feat.
smash!
There's one. There's one called Gorgon's Fist, which is neat.
Oh, what does that do?
If an opponent has 0 speed, you can stagger them with a hit.
Oh,
but
that
it's,
doesn't...
That's not.
I just liked the idea of
Yeah.
it because Gorgon and Stone.
You can stagger this statue if you wish to.
I just want to stagger ahead.
Whoa.
Okay. So as Cade is now staring at Ixen's head, deciding what he's going to do, Alcott lifts his voice.
There has been great evil and loss that has occurred here in this town. I am truly, truly sorry for that. Some of you may know me and might recognize me, others may not. My name is Alcott Devereaux, son of Edwin, brother of Roderick, and current leader of the Devereaux house. We are Sandpoint. Together we are strong. And despite all of the loss we have seen today, we shall push through on to the next. My grandfather Tiberian did the same. Despite his great loss on his way to this place.
What? But will the giants come back? You hear a man yell from the back of the crowd.
I don't know. Every day is uncertain. But know that we shall never leave you unprotected in this town. There are great evils moving throughout the entire world, and we have to make our way around, but you are the people of Sandpoint. And I sort of look towards some of the guards that are standing around, if any.
Guards depleted. Sheriff Hemlock stayed inside. They're all just townsfolk here.
We shall assist in increasing the guards around town, but most importantly, the Devereaux house from this day forth shall do everything in their power to assist the people of Sandpoint. Any of you without shelter, any of you in need of food, head to the Devereaux Manor. You shall be fed, you shall be kept warm. You will not hunger until we find you a place to stay or build one.
There is a sudden and spontaneous eruption. Nice nat 20 on the die roll there.
Hey!
The townsfolk. Who's all Devereaux? Devereaux! How's Devereaux? Always good to the people of Sandpoint. Sandpoint! They start moving around. You see all kinds of peasants to minor gentry. There are many of them that circle around, and they start holding out their hands. You see many are holding out hats and cups, looking for coin.
Head to the house. There is coin aplenty. I'll hand out a couple copper to people as they come up, but we don't have much on us now. We need whatever we can to help prevent this evil from taking over the world, but just know, this evil is due in part to that man, and I point to where Cade is chipping away at the statue of Ixen. He is not who he once was.
The pirate!
Ixen. The betrayer. Cade is still exactly who he was. And know today that the heroes of Sandpoint might look different, but their intentions are not. They are your heroes. I am. Eamon is. And I take the clay that I've been working on, and I say... Ooh, this is going to be fun. I say Petra Deformo, and I shove the clay into the stone that Cade has been chipping away, and Ixen's form changes into Eamon's and myself, standing next to the three others.
Cade, Cade, as you are wailing back with the pommel of your blade, getting ready to slam it into Ixen's face, you're hearing these words, but you're a bit distracted, well, quite a bit inebriated as well. And as you rear back, you see Alcott moves past you, and he pushes something into the statue. And describe again what Cade sees.
Cade sees Ixen's face suddenly change into the wrappings around Eamon's, with Alcott has his arm around Eamon, kind of nudged in close, and you see Alcott's face with the long hair, not the short stubble. Eamon has his hand on the hilt of his sword, with a little bit of mildly crackling energy coming off of it, and Alcott stands there proudly with his quarterstaff in the other hand with his arm around Eamon.
Cade, how do you react as you see this?
I'm going like, whoa! What is going on? What? I was just about to get stunning fist.
It's all right, Cade. You did very good.
Ray taps you on the neck.
That is a very useful talent, sir.
I've been working on it.
Oh, see. Is Ray with us?
Yeah.
He's always with Cade.
Oh,
I
no.
thought we left him at Fort Rennick.
No, I thought you brought him with?
Oh, no, I guess that we would have brought him with,
Yeah.
but we had him asleep for that night.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
asleep. He was
I couldn't remember.
You're right,
Right.
because you remember he made the snowman and pointed at it and said,
Right.
I
Oh,
am
yeah.
God.
Yeah, that was at,
When
at
we
the
arrived
statue, at
in
the
town.
previous
Yeah,
statue.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Gotcha, yep.
I understand your grievance. As you know, my father recently died, months before my brother. We have all lost people, but that does not make us weak. We are strong together, and we shall continue to be from this day forth.
There is, again, a rouse from the crowd. People seem to be really encouraged by the words of Alcott. And as he says these, what is Eamon, what is Irda, and Cade, once you see this metamorphosis of the statue, where suddenly now Ixen is gone, and Solomon is gone, and you see the visage.
No, Solomon isn't gone.
Oh, you left
I
Solomon?
only
on?
took the stone that was left from Ixen and kind of morphed it into the two of us rather close to each other. That's why I leaned in.
So there's
And I took some of the stone from what the statue
Okay,
was standing
okay.
on and made it into me.
So so what you're saying then is
Solomon's still there.
This should look like it does now, but where there is Ixen, there should be sort of a slender, maybe even side profile view of.
Well, the
Eamon
statue was
and
also
Alcott.
on some stone, right?
Right.
So I would have also pulled some of that up into
So
it.
you pull
too.
some of the stone up, okay?
And so now there are
There are
5
5.
people there instead
All right.
of
Now, if
4.
any of you think I'm good enough to have that ready to go for today,
I didn't warn you about that. 'cause
Not prepared.
I didn't want to
tried, but-
spoil you for the fun thing I had in
That's
mind.
awesome. I love that. I love that. Well done. All right. So, as the townspeople of Sandpoint,
They have been horribly scarred, not just by this, not even just by the goblins. You had the death of Father Xantus. You had the Scribbler, which is one you've only really heard rumors of. You had the Chopper, who was leaving dead bodies, severing their parts all across the town. This little town of Sandpoint seems to have become an epicenter of violence and horrible, horrible atrocities beyond anything that these poor townsfolk could have understood. As the statue is morphed now to include both Aemon and Alcott, and Ixen's visage is wiped away as cleanly as moving sand on the seashore to create this new statue, there is a sense of hope in the people of Sandpoint. Cade staggers back, belches as Ray grabs hold of his neck. Irda and Aemon stand nearby, and with that, we go to break. So as we move to our break, any comments or questions from any of our fans? Any chat that I've missed? Lich or Lich?
No, Tim, it's not.
I like the good old-fashioned sledging. That was a good idea. Sounds like Gimbel's life manifested. I'm sorry, Rory. It is a little bit true. All right, so we're still working through everything, but I think it's going pretty well today. I think the biggest thing is for my players knowing what's on the screen, because you're seeing this up here, but this is not necessarily what the viewers are seeing.
Right.
You don't know what they're seeing. If I show the tail spire or I show the monitor, that's what they see. But when I'm showing the battle cam isn't protecting because you guys see the battle cam. So it's a little. So I guess mainly if you see me hitting it with the laser or whatever, just know, and maybe I'll give you some cues in the future so you guys know exactly. We're kind of working through all the technical stuff. As we get ready to go to break, we do have our giveaway. It's going to be exclamation point hat. You want me to kick that off?
Yeah, you'll have to run it because I can't do it on my mobile devices.
I got it right here. Hang on.
Mobile devices.
And so slug in real quick. Thanks everybody for being with us today, and we're having a good time here, and also just learning new stuff. But I think it's all going pretty well. All right, so exclamation point hat, and there you go. It should be live. It looks like it's popping up, and we'll have a quick break. That hat will be either the, hey Kayla, good to see you. Thank you for being with us. I'm seeing William. If I'm not Ian, if I'm mentioning your name, it's just I didn't see it quick enough, but good to have all of you with us. And thanks so much for being here tonight. We're going to give away either a white with the blue or a black with the white hat tonight. And as our viewers grow, we may have a second giveaway tonight. And so as we go to break, we'll leave the mics hot. Any other comments from the players before we go to break? Blue Box, we'll be right back. The giveaway is live.
I was like, at work, just nervous, thinking about the fact that I have to give a speech tomorrow.
You did a great job on that, though. That was really well done.
I was like, Alcott's like a leader here. He has to say something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Reluctant, though he may be.
Yeah. But hey, Chekhov's gun, right? You bring in a ball of clay at the beginning.
Oh,
You gotta use
You gotta give the payoff later in the act.
Reference, I love it. There we go. No, we're not going to be back in 30 minutes. Hang on here. Fix this.
That'd be quite the break.
Longest break ever.
Longest break ever. Blue Box will be right back.
Getting to learn some stuff about aim.
No, and yeah, I'm sorry I had that mirror wrong, because I looked up Scry this morning. I looked up all the stats and the components, and I missed that little F next to it. So thank you so much. That
Material
was helpful.
components definitely
you
definitely
got to
go away. But
focus
if
versus
it's a
the
focus,
material.
it
Yeah,
stays.
that's really helpful. Thank you.
I also think, Irda, do you have a divine focus as being a paladin?
I don't know.
Okay. Because you can just forego many material components and just use your divine focus.
Hey,
Might
2000
not be high
Caesar.
enough level yet. Let me look. See what my paladin stuff is. There's so
I'm a
much stuff.
paladin.
I am.
Oh, actually, so if you had your divine focus, you would only forego the pool of water.
Oh, yeah.
So you would just look in the mirror while holding your divine focus rather than needing a pool of water.
Divine Grace, Divine Health. Oh, that's right. I have Divine Health now. I'm immune to all diseases, including supernatural and magical ones,
really
including mummy rot.
And mummy rot is horrifying.
Oh yeah, that's one of the worst you can get.
In the most recent episode of Heart of Adventure, we fought some dwarven mummies, and 2 of our party members ended up contracting mummy rot, and they are like rotting away before our eyes rather quickly because he's using 5th edition mummy rot is not all that scary. Older edition's mummy rot is horrifying.
That pretty much describes the editions in general, but yeah, you're right.
5th edition is just like a slightly tamer version of the older editions.
Yeah, I think so. And again, I'm not a hater, you know that.
But that's, I think, to bring in, it's to make it more accessible for people that...
No, absolutely. And I think it's opening up a whole new community. You have so many new players that have never played before coming in through 5th edition.
And I also
That's
got
great.
Aura of Courage, which means I am immune to
Aura
fear.
of Courage is one of my favorites.
And each ally within 10 feet of me
Just
gains
wait
a
till you get-
plus 4 morale bonus on saving throws.
Wait till you get
Any
Aura
saving
of
throw?
Justice. Aura of Justice. That is the real deal. It gives smite evil to the entire party.
Yeah.
Brule has.
Does he?
Yes.
Who has that?
He did it last session against.
I'm sorry, it's been so long I can't remember.
That would have been what,
He
like
remembers.
October, September, somewhere in there.
Yep.
Mirror, mirror, who's the fairest? Irda is the fairest.
I'm sure it's
That is
worn off
exactly
by now.
right, Pat, she is.
I love those crackers. Those are like my favorite
But yeah.
snack.
Yeah, and I completely had forgotten I had Divine Grace this entire time, which I'm supposed to add my charisma bonus to saving throws, so I need to remember to do that.
I ate a late breakfast, so I didn't have lunch, but I knew at about this time I was probably going to be like, I need something to eat.
Yeah.
Wrong, Pat. Yeah, it's bad draws.
So, y'all know I have Silent Spell as one of my meta magics.
Yeah.
Which is useful because noticing, in my opinion, I think noticing somatic components is harder to notice than someone speaking out loud magical words. But the other cool thing is, I only have 1 spell that only has verbal components. Do you guys know what spell that is?
What?
Teleport. Only has verbal components. I do the chalk outline,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
finger outline thing for flavor, but I
Yeah.
don't have to do that.
Right, it's
And so
not
I
like-
could literally just put my hands on your guys' shoulders, and we just, poof, we're out. And no one would be the wiser. I just cast it with my mind. Don't have to say a single thing.
We need to go
Well, that's
places.
kind of the
It's very
flair
important.
of Alcott, though, right? I mean,
Just stealing people away.
doing stuff, just to add flavor to it.
But also, like, teleport is just miles. It's not dimension door. It's just you're
I wonder
gone.
something.
Actually, I can do dimension door and have not need to say anything or do
So
anything.
with teleport, you have to be like familiar for it to be successful, basically, right?
For it to be
Basically.
successful, yes, but teleport you
wonder
can technically go anywhere.
If like you could use a message spell to send an image to someone else's mind of a place, so that they would be familiar with it.
I don't think so. The thing about message is
Because it is just a cantrip.
you can whisper messages and receive whispered replies. So
Right.
it would be as if it's auditory, it wouldn't be
Gotcha.
visual. But I mean, one other thing about teleport, I believe, is if you are not familiarity, very familiar to a place you've been studied carefully. You know well, either you can currently physically see it, or you've been there often, seen casually, or you could have viewed it once. This place you've seen once, possibly using magic such as scrying. So viewed once, I think, would be like, you could draw a picture of it. And I would understand that that's what it looks like, so I viewed it once, I just don't know anything else about it.
Right.
Viewed once has a 3% chance of a full mishap. And only a 75% chance of actually landing on target. Off target is you make it partway there, and then similar areas like we could be at the gates of Magnamar, but it's not Magnamar, it's just another big city that has similar gates.
Right.
On like the other side of the planet. Which is the cool thing about, well, it wouldn't be the other,
Stress.
no, it would actually be the other side of the
Yeah.
planet, because teleport, you can only choose a location within a certain distance, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's where you land.
Yeah.
You don't have to land within that bubble, you can land wherever. I can currently go 1,000 miles
That's impressive.
with teleport because of level 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, caster level is a cool thing that 3.5 edition has compared to 5e. Because like haste, like casting it on up to now 10 creatures or now 9 creatures.
Right.
You're like, I can haste everybody.
An important thing that haste states, however, is multiple haste effects do not stack.
Yeah. You can
Right.
only, yeah, which makes
Yeah.
sense.
Which would be really good.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
5
though?
attacks per round and
Right.
90 feet of movement speed.
Wait, so it doubles
My
your
name's
movement?
No, it
Very
doesn't move double. It adds. Okay, so actually that's why it wouldn't stack, because it states it adds 30 to your movement speed at no
Right.
greater than double your max
Okay,
of whatever. So your fly is only 60, would go up
It's
to
60.
90. It doesn't get up to double.
right.
After 3 hastes, we're all like, my name
So
is
our
Barry
regular,
Allen.
like,
I'm
our-
the fastest man
our-
alive.
Our regular walk run speed would be like 60,
Yeah.
whereas my fly speed could go to 90.
90. So you'd still be really fast. 90 is like faster than most flying
90
things,
feet per
period.
second is really fast.
What is it? It wouldn't be 90 feet per second. It'd be 90
Or
per 6
for
seconds.
per round.
What is that? Speeds are always much slower than I ever think they
45.
are.
It would be 40. What is
90 divided by 6 would be 15.
15? Those are so good. Oh, I love them so much.
Actually,
Wait,
I'm
thank
not a
you.
Greasy's
Thank you.
guy. Thank you, though.
Oh, I love
No.
these so much.
That is 10 miles an hour, which is like way slower than I think it would be, but 15 feet per second is about 10 miles per hour. But if,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
turn
mean,
off my mic so people
I
don't
mean,
chew.
the average human walks at about 5 miles an hour, so
3 or 4, but I mean, if you also think about it like doubling that would go up to 30 feet per second would be 20 miles an hour, and that's only after like one flap of your wings to get into a movement location. Like you're, I think about it as you're being more tactical with your movement. You're not being as just full go.
right.
I like the Twix eggs though. I'm a caramel guy.
Yeah, I love the seasonal ones because it's the better
Uh-huh.
peanut butter to chocolate
They use a
ratio.
better. They also
Well, 'cause
use
there's
a
more
better
peanut butter, right?
mixture.
Oh, really think so?
No, they do. I read about
Or
it.
they use an
I-
actual, probably to get people to buy more of them.
That's
it's
why
always-
they taste better.
They always do something to get you to buy more of them. That's the secret.
And it's very hard to resist them.
I should have thought about the fact that you had haste. I thought that Irda cast it. Because she has spell canning, I thought that she was the one who cast haste. I might have taken a different spell. Oh well, it's fine. Haste is great. Saves a spell slot for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then at
Or for me.
different times, like within the same day, you could both cast haste.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I don't imagine that the further our party goes along, the more that we would wake up in the morning and prepare spells together. Like, what do we want? What do you have? Type
True.
thing. Be tactical about it, especially
Right.
the further we go into combative
We used to get fan
areas.
art by Pat.
Oh, did he post a fan
No.
art?
It was so
I was hoping he would.
good. It's so good.
Pat, I need a speed draw of the new statue by the end of this session. I know you can't see me.
But it's necessary. Please and thank
necessary.
you.
For excessive kindness, violent generosity, abuse of force, of alcoholic consumption, overwhelming feeding habits, be wary. That's really good. I love his image of Cade.
Yeah.
The long, single beard is great. And the one very big crescent earring is really nice.
It's really cool to see how people imagine our characters.
Yep.
I should turn my mic back on.
Well, it's interesting because it's hard to have a...
Oh, it is
I guess for me, it's hard to have like a singular image in mind of what my character exactly looks like until someone like draws them, and then I'm like, oh, that's how they look from now on. Or now I can just make my characters in Hero Forge, and I can color them, and that really helps me get into the mindset. Of course, it's not exactly what their face might look like because that's very limited, but
Right.
it's still really good. Yeah, Usain Bolt is very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, most people don't even realize just how fast that man is.
Yeah.
Who?
Usain Bolt.
Oh gosh, yes.
I thought he hit 27. Did he go faster?
20.
Pat 66 at 28.
I think that's right. Yeah.
It is a 100-meter sprint, so
Yeah.
he did it like that. But
Right.
Someone blinked and he was already done.
whoa!
Okay. All right.
Alcott wants to commission me. Alcott wants to commission you.
All right. So before
I
before
pulled
we
myself
kick
out
back-
of the narrative. Hey, Pat.
before we kick back off live, thank you so much, guys. Great job. And obviously, we're still working through the logistics of this, but overall, it's going to take some time figuring out the balance, making sure that everything flows smoothly. But we'll get better and better at that. But I think the players have done a great job tonight.
I think you've done a great job tonight.
Oh no, thank you. No, it's a work in progress. I'm a little bit self-critical. I think at times, figuring out, for example, here. Let me kick back off to live. Welcome back to Blue Box Live. Hello, everybody. All right, so like when we're working through stuff like this, I agree. It's fun to move through these scenes, but it can also be distracting to move too many of the minis and focus over much on it, right? So it's a function of figuring out the balance between these great tools and technologies we have, but maintaining a benefit to immersion, not a distraction from immersion, and we'll figure that out. But this is just a brand new tool, and so for example, making Cade wiggle and dance, to me that's fun, but may not necessarily actually be helping with immersion. So, so we'll figure all of that out. And before we jump back in, we have our giveaway tonight, which is the hat. So !hat in the chat. But then also reminder. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up.
That's Tailspire North Shore DM.
And it's awesome.
Yes,
It's amazing.
It is super fun, and it's going to get better and better and better. It's still in beta. It's called Chimera. It's their beta. This shirt keeps. I'm about to show my navel here.
Please don't.
I cannot wait. Okay, if anybody's watching, you're like, why is that DM wearing that obnoxious shirt? I'm being forced to. I promised when we hit 100 viewers on our regular stream that I would wear this for a week, and we hit 100 a week ago Tuesday, and I had to wear it for each of our streams. What's that?
We're jittery. Oh, it was just for a second.
Yeah, no, we shouldn't be. It looks good here.
I'm seeing it fine.
Check.
Yep.
Yeah, looks good. So, yeah, it was, anyway, so this is my punishment.
I do have a t-shirt with little dinosaurs on it. I think you should wear.
Is this not enough? Why should I prolong this pain?
I also noticed that dinosaurs is a censored word in your chat, which I thought was
Oh,
interesting.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Either my amazing
I didn't
partner
do
did
that.
it. So it's divine. It's divine intervention that dinosaurs
It's not censored in mine. I think you have the adult content thing turned on.
I don't even know how to turn it off.
Dinosaurs adult content.
Apparently it is.
I love that.
There's in Twitch that'll censor swear words and stuff.
I've tried to
you
look
can
at how to turn it off. I
on.
can't find the
Hey,
setting.
Guild Superior, good to see you, Dave.
Maybe
And I heard you had a
dinosaurs
great
with,
stream this week. And yeah, we'll definitely try to raid you on Wednesday nights whenever you're up.
What were those
when we
razor
stop. So thank you
braziers?
so much. And
Just
let's
sounds
go
like
ahead
another
and let's talk about what we have coming up in the next few days. So we have this amazing LMA, that's our Lore Masters Arcanum. That's going to be April 28th, so 2 weeks from this Wednesday. We will have all the leads from Bouncy Rock, Tailspire. So Johnny Ree, Chris Baggers, and Jason Roy. And I'll tell you why I love these guys, not just because they made a great tool. They have a special place in my heart. And I'm going to talk about this on the stream. Do you know Chris? Do you know?
I know.
Where these
likely
bouncy rock guys came from? Like, where did they first get started? In the D&D world, like, what was their kind of claim to fame?
Yes.
No clue.
I apologize, but I don't know.
All right. I told Evelyn already. How about you, Alcott?
Like, just a guess?
No, guess will not do. All right, so
Not good enough.
Not good enough. Have you ever heard of Neverwinter Nights?
Yeah.
So, what have you heard about it? Have you played it?
I've seen probably some videos on it. I've actually
never
played.
Neverwinter Nights. Now, I'm talking the original NWN, the first one. It was the best online RPG I ever played.
Oh, okay, yes.
And they had persistent worlds that were created. I played in one called Vives, which was incredible. I was a DM, I was a mod, an admin there. It was the first time I ever felt like online, we used Skype for voice, that online I created something which was close to actual D&D in a game. These guys were mods for the original NWN. So that is their roots, and it's going to be so much fun to talk
Been
to
in
them.
that business for a long time.
Yeah, they have been, and they're great folks. And all right, so exclamation point hat gets you in the giveaway, and we are back to the game. Players, you've just finished this scene in the center of Sandpoint. The statue is changed. Well done, sir. I did not see that coming.
That was the point.
I've got to commission my artist now this week. But I love that. What are you doing?
Huzzah, Alcott, and I rub his head. Oh, your hair is growing back, little buddy.
I'm trying my best.
Not to spoil the moment, but I have something that's a bit of time sensitive.
Why don't we get back to the tavern and discuss? Maybe not here in the middle of town? You seem a little shaken up.
Yes.
All right. Would you like to get there quickly?
Yes.
Dimension door, we just go to the tavern.
Oh, you're such a show-off. The tavern's just a few hundred feet away, but in range to the Dimension door.
She said
so
yes.
I know, I love it. Hey, thank you for the subs. We appreciate that. Oh, Robert, thank you, Phantom NJ.
Oh, wow.
And welcome all of our friends that were over there on Wiley Hobbit's
I saw
channel.
that.
Good folks, one and all. And we're having a fun time tonight. We're playing some D&D, and we're also enjoying this cool new tool that I'm having to figure out how to not spend too much time on, but I'm loving it. And we are back inside the Rusty Dragon. And yes, somehow, you guys see this here? We're not, they can't see this. This,
He's
like
floating.
yeah, he's just kind of floating up there.
Is it in
That's why it's called beta. All right, here, I should show everybody. They want to see it. Like, this is no shade because the tool is incredible. But yes, beta means beta. So this is Chimera, the Chimera build of Tailspire, and they are still in beta.
Exactly.
All right, so we are back in the tavern, and let me kick off the tavern music, and all of you are back inside the Rusty Dragon, which is now no longer under the proprietorship of, whoops, sorry.
Oh no, I texted you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. So, no longer under the auspices of the recently departed Ameiko, now belonging to Cade.
Welcome to Rusty Dragon.
You're keeping the name?
I am.
All right.
Makes sense. There is that rusty dragon statue on the roof.
I just thought maybe.
Sticks with
It's for Ameiko.
All right.
This was hers.
honor her memory. Yeah.
Yes. What do you think I am? Some sort of scallywag? Go around changing a woman's reputation? Changing what she did with this place? I'm not a scumbag. I left her
Respond to that.
speechless.
Go ahead, guys.
Perhaps I can create a statue of her for you
Huzzah.
at some point. Anyways,
Yes. I am. While you had all stepped away, I cast a scry spell.
oh, you can do that.
Well, I had never tried before. I had seen it done, but when
I wish I was there for it.
well, when I saw you do it, I felt a little more confident, because I know that you are very skilled, and I thought.
Well, no, you're significantly more skilled than me. Yeah.
But,
Anyways,
But anyway,
what did you see?
I don't know how much I've explained to you. Kate knows. But when I was younger, several of my siblings were taken by a strange man who had come into our home as a guest.
You've mentioned this before.
Yes, including my twin brother. And I have been looking for all of them. Found one of my sisters, but had not heard anything of the others. And I thought perhaps now that I felt a little more confident in my abilities, I could try to find them. And I scryed for Tarveth.
And it worked.
Yes, but he's in grave danger. He's chained up somewhere close by. It looks to be something near Thistletop. I don't know if you have heard of the place, but it is. There used to be a fortress, goblins there. We went there to try to thwart the goblins that had attacked Sandpoint before. But he was in chains and he is looking close to death, and I am very worried that my time is short, and I
Well-
would not normally ask for things for myself. But
No, it's absolutely fine. I was in a rush to get back to Magnamar because I thought we could find my father alive. It's not like that's going to happen anymore. So we might as well find your brother. Do I know anything about Thistletop? On a map? Do I know where it is, or have I seen
Make a
it
knowledge
before?
geography, please.
Ooh. My specialty. Not that great. I'll use advantage. Here we go. 22.
22. All right. So yes, you can see here on the map. So you're at Sandpoint. If you look up at the screen, you'll see. So you're here. Here's Magnamar, right? Everybody should be familiar with this pretty now. Sanos Forest, which is important to someone here in the room. This is Turtleback Ferry, Skulls Crossing, Hook Mountain. You've even heard of Jorgenfist, which has been mentioned recently.
Jorgenfist.
Which is up here. You know that Thistletop is just probably somewhere here.
Oh, wow,
it's
very
not
close.
it's not on the map. It's just a few miles away to the north.
Oh, we could jump in a hole.
Are you talking about teleporting?
Jumping
Yes!
in
You
hole?
don't. There's no.
Jump in his hole. You know the.
I'm going to call you. I don't do this very often, Kate, but I'm going to call you on phrasing.
Okay.
Let's not.
Okay, what is it?
We are pulled arcanely through the universe. It's
Too much.
it honestly,
What
it would
is
be
that
too much.
thing called?
Teleportation?
We simply teleport.
Yes, but
We simply
we-
teleport. I love that.
There's no.
you put.
That's a flavor thing that I like to do. It's not necessary. In fact, I could get us there.
Flavor.
Yes. Not like spice flavor. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Style.
Do I think, based on that knowledge, that I would be able to use it as a teleport location and not kill us on the way?
Oh, thank you, North Shore DM. I got to move my alert box up. Sorry, it was a little bit obscured behind the sponsors. Let me get that up.
Guild Superior you paid forward their gift that they had gotten from Johnny D. Fox to give
thank
North
you
Shore
so
DM
much,
a
Dave. I appreciate
subscription.
that. Yeah, so that's so awesome, man. If you don't know, Guild Superior, follow them. That's Dave. He played the Incredible Dwarf in my one-shot for Gary Con. He was great, and we support all that they're doing over there on that channel. All right, so yeah, I mean, go ahead and roll. Give me a. I want you to make a base wisdom. No, hold on. Let me think. I want you to do a. Yeah, make a wisdom check. Roll underneath your wisdom, please.
Underneath.
So,
Yeah, so this is a
less than
traditional
a 15.
style roll.
Equal to or less, or simply less?
Under.
That did it too.
The other was a natural 20.
Times when you don't want
Yeah,
it to
right.
You know approximately where Thistletop is, and you definitely know that there is real danger here to Irda's brother. You also have an increasing sense of danger to your own family. And we have a lost hawk. And
A dragon
we have a
on the
red
loose.
dragon on the loose. So
Dang
the
it,
party is, you've got, I think,
Dragons
at least
and giants and hawks, oh my!
at least 4 different directions we could talk about, but yeah.
Irda, impart upon me the direness of this situation.
He looks.
Did you see anyone else?
I don't remember seeing anyone else, but he looks as if he was left to die. He was almost skin and bone and unconscious on the floor.
Could I approximate how many miles away Thistletop is?
Yeah, you don't have to. So Thistletop is about 15 miles to the north, whereas your Devereaux estate is about
To the
8 miles to the east, north, slightly, mostly east, slightly north.
I have decided today to prepare my teleportation spell twice. I think that this is rather lucky.
Huzzah! Lucky Alcott!
My house is a bit on the way. If you don't mind, there's some people from town I imagine making their way there. I would like to make a pit stop. As it's been a minute, and I would very much like to see my mother and make sure that she is okay.
Of course.
And
So,
I'd like all of you to meet my little sister.
huzzah!
All right. Yes.
We're gonna do some flavor flying.
Yes.
All right, huzzah!
Are we currently ready to do this? And I am only just now realizing that I have promised something to Eamon that I have yet to do.
You got a lot on your plate, Alcott.
We're a bit busy.
I believe that time is of the essence for Irda, and I would not wish to stand in that way. I don't know. I can't change my situation at this moment.
Seeing them wouldn't help in any way.
It may make it worse.
Well, let's not do that.
Then we must go.
I guess we must. Kane, you're the proprietor of this place.
I am!
Is teleportation allowed inside or out?
Oh! Always inside!
All right. Shalelu is in town.
Ooh.
She is. Now, she's in the infirmary. She was heavily wounded.
Okay.
Oh.
She had a
Resting.
boulder hit her.
Yeah, she was crushed. So she's what?
I must make sure I have 2 flasks. Ready.
You have. This is your tavern now, so you have
All
ample
right.
flasks.
I have ample flasks.
Shall we go check on Shalelu quickly before we leave?
Bottle in each hand.
And I need to grab my things
Yes.
really quickly, and
So Irda just runs upstairs, grabs her stuff out of her room,
We'll meet you at the clinic.
closes the door, runs back down. Like, she moves as fast as she can go.
And the rest of us head to the clinic where Shalelu is.
Okay, all right. So yeah, not per se a clinic.
Or
and by
whatever.
the way, you checked someone else on their phraseology. You said pit stop. So I'm sorry.
Somebody said their video is lagging quite a bit.
I was out
I'm
of
not
sync
s-
by a few seconds, it seems.
I'm not seeing that. Is anyone else seeing lag on the video?
Hello, friends.
Hello,
friends.
So I'm even moving this around. I don't see any lagging, and I did see that.
I think it might just
my
be on that
GHA.
camera because that has happened before.
It's
Yeah.
only on theirs.
It's the.
Somebody said it's only on Alcon Irda.
Oh, Irda, wave, please. Hi. Oh my gosh, yes, we have serious lag on that cam. All right, so hang on. Let me, thank you. Let me deactivate
It's
and reactivate.
only
it.
on Alcott. I like that. She's fine.
Yeah.
For some reason, my half of the camera is just whack.
All right, there we go. Now you look better. Wave. Hi, guys. There we go. Sorry, it was just I had to restart a cam. Nothing to do with any of the other tech we're doing here. But this
Thanks,
is the,
Pat.
Thank you very much, Pat. All right, so you cast the spell and you're headed where?
Oh wait, no, we're checking on Shalelu
You
before
go to
we leave.
Shiloh, folks. So
First,
Just to let her know what the situation, because we can't take her along.
Yeah. Teleport.
Or
Okay.
maybe I can now that I hit this level.
Oh yeah, you're higher
yeah,
level now.
you
Per
probably could.
3 caster levels.
Oh.
So I have to hit 12 before I can do a 4th.
All right, so you make your way through the streets of Sandpoint, and as you do, it is getting to dusk. I already mentioned that earlier, so it's getting darker and darker. Let's kill the lights in the room just a bit.
Ooh.
And as you head to the infirmary, you see there are many citizens that are laid up. You see cots. There are clerics moving around. There are normal townsfolk just trying to bind wounds. You hear the moaning and the groaning of many. And you begin to move through the wounded. As I mentioned, there were over 30 that were killed in the attack. It looks like at least twice that number injured, some with broken bones, some with huge gashes, some with missing limbs, crushed beneath the huge boulders that were flying upon the town.
Shalelu?
So you look for Shalelu. Well, no, not the Celtic music. That's not the right one. Sorry.
How exciting.
You start moving through the bodies, and there are many of them, calling out.
Shalelu? Has anyone seen a She's an elf, right? Just so I'm remembering.
Yeah, she is
An
not.
elven woman. She had a large bow. Where did she end up? Crushed, I believe.
Only lightly.
I'm here. Here. You hear a voice in the corner. You move the dark. There's a stench. You smell the rot of blood. Now 2 days on the ground, open wounds. Some that are visceral, guts, and it's an awful stench in here. The healers in the town are doing the best that they can, but it is still a horrible place to be. And you see Shalelu. She's curled up in blankets. Her blonde hair twisted and tussles down the side. There's blood trickling down from her pale cheek, and she looks up at you. Ameiko, did she live?
No. But she did go quickly.
But her legacy lives on.
Who did this?
Is there anything you can do for her, Ida?
Of course. And Irda will go over to Shalelu, and she'll immediately, start looking her over.
So as you look at her, you see, she's not nigh unto death, but her shoulder has been crushed, her right arm has been crushed, and it looks like, to the best that you can tell, there may be lung or ribs that have collapsed into the lung.
All right, so she's gonna, Irda's gonna walk up to Shalelu, and she's going to very gently rest a hand on the shoulder and her arm, and she's gonna cast Cure Moderate Wounds. Oh, that's
No way!
But I am at so that's 12 points of healing.
You need a smaller one of those things, so there's a little
Like bad healing.
She rolled 2 1s.
I hit the button before I knew what she rolled.
I missed
so
my dice.
I'll give you. No, it's still 12 points of healing. She shudders underneath your touch. You feel her body shake, and there is a knitting of the bone, but it is clear to you the wound she has taken. This is not something healed by anything minor. There is serious structural damage to her body, but she is in no mortal danger. You have definitely spared her from any danger of death.
Shalelu, this was Mokmurian. The giants that we were after in the mountains.
Why would they be here? I don't understand. Ida, thank you. I don't think I'll ever draw my bow again.
Currently, we're unsure. But as best as we can tell is they needed sacrifices. Living.
But why here? Sacrifices could be found all across Galarian. Why here over and over and over again in our town?
Perhaps that's exactly why. Unfortunately.
You all hear this.
There seems to be some sort of connection for all of this. To everything that happened before, to Thistletop, to the things we found, to the runes.
I blame Nixon.
That's a good start, but there's more to it than just Dixon. And
He's tracking us.
It is our best goal, and we will fight hard to make sure that these horrible things that keep befalling your city, town, You may stop. You deserve some peace. All of you do. So we'll fight for it.
I am getting tired. But we gotta keep fighting.
You have to.
But!
What is that? Shalelu, she kind of. I don't understand. What is the nature of this? Why here? The runes, the scribbler, the chopper. Why?
It's all related to the 7 sins. We believe Mokmurian needs to see these sins enacted on the world to do something horrific.
That makes no sense. She turns over. Ah! She cries out as she leans on her arm. That's a 1 on the die, sorry.
Jeez.
Irra,
Yes.
what if Ixen is tracking us? Would he put something on one of us, or what if it?
Cade, you've actually reminded me of...
He didn't see me on the.
No, he does. He's sitting on your shoulder. He sees everything you're doing.
Can't, like, hide him. We're also aware of something on the side of Ida's head.
Remember this? And she pulls and shows the cut.
That I
Want me to dig it out?
I was unable to unravel it with some powerful magic. And,
Use your string.
And he has my.
That's an option.
and due to the better judgment of Eamon, I have decided not to continue in my efforts to dispel it.
And he has my feathers too. And knowing how scrying spells work.
He took your feathers. That's a good tracking device.
Eventually, I can potentially learn a way to protect
This
us
is
from
not
scrying
me.
entirely, but for now it seems he knows where we are.
Yes.
There's lots of ways for him to get to us right now. The best we can do is keep moving.
So we're basically a danger magnet to every town we go to.
He can't track us 24/7.
Ugh.
But you also have to remember that they were coming here before we got here. I mean, it's not necessarily that Ixen
If he's
is
listening,
everything.
he knew we were coming.
Ixen, I think, is a small part of a great puzzle.
Exactly. I don't think any of
Oh,
this
you
is...
guys sound so smart. Whatever.
The giant we found mentioned hundreds or thousands
But I don't want to encounter thousands.
in their numbers. Me neither.
So we need to do something or run away.
We
Get
pick-
down my ship!
We pick away at the puzzle.
I miss my ship. I miss my ship a
We
lot.
take away the vital parts,
And
and we
then
prevent any of
everything
it from occurring.
falls apart.
Everything falls apart. That's the plan. But we need to find those pieces. I don't doubt that Ida's brother could be related to this.
Well, let's go.
I don't doubt that there are answers at my family's home.
What are we waiting for? Jump in
Shalelu,
the
you
hole.
need to stay here and heal.
I'm sorry, what's that?
You need to stay here and heal. Shalelu.
She's still got her back turned to you. What else could I do?
Shalelu, you have been a great aid to us. You have been strong and you have been brave and you have done everything and more. So you have not failed. You have helped us so much in so many ways. So know that the people who live are in no small part because of what you've done for them.
She turns over her shoulder. Her cheek quivers, nerve damage clearly affecting the side of her face now. A huge tear falls down. We've lost so many. Solomon, he was a good man. You're right. She turns away, slumps back down on her pillow.
But without what we've done, without what you've done, so many more would be gone. So let us grieve what we have lost and fight for those who still draw breath. that they might someday not feel this fear anymore.
Just when it seems like she's fallen asleep, you say those final words. Her head pivots up, her eyes almost feverish. Then you must carry on the fight, for I cannot fight anymore. And she slumps back down and passes out.
We should leave.
Yes, we need to let her rest.
Let's go outside. All right, everybody.
All right, hands.
Hands. Devereaux Mena Portis.
Fire no!
All right,
I
and
never
so
cast that spell without a little Kate in there.
so I have described this before many times in different. He's teleported before. I want you to describe now. What does everyone feel as this happens?
Okay. So you feel, because our hands are toward the center, you feel all of our hands pulled toward the center. Like you see your arms stretch before you, sort of weirdly, the light. But you don't feel it in your arms until it hits your chest, and then you are just completely disoriented as you see just a flash of white around you, and then you're standing. We sort of quickly let go of each other's hands, and you're very sick to your stomach.
And as all of that happens, you find yourself standing in front of a beautiful manor. You see there are symbols everywhere outside now as the final rays of the sun, and let's do this here, the final rays of the sun pass.
Wow.
And it is night. Twin torches blaze atop statues outside the Devereaux Manor. And you do see, I want to show you this as well, you do see the blazoned symbol, the insignia of the Devereaux family everywhere. This small bird atop a grapevine sits on each of these statues, sits in each of these areas, and, oops, I'm on battle cam, not on monitor, there we go. And you see this outside the manor. You are immediately filled, Alcott, with a sense of, it's nostalgia, it's angst, it's fear, it's familiarity, it's the sense of home. With these newfound companions around you, it is a strange, almost juxtaposition of the familiar and the strange, and two worlds colliding together in your consciousness. It is almost overwhelming.
I just rush and open the doors. Mother!
As you rush forward and you open the doors, you see the familiar entryway of the Devereaux Manor. You are quickly escorted. You see one of the familiar servants.
Patsy?
She looks up at you. Is this you, Alcott? Alcott, hey, oh, you've come back. Are you well? Are you well, lad?
Yes. It's the hair. Where's Mother?
What in God's name has happened to you?
Where is Mother?
Yes, Lady Mariana, she's waiting for you. She knew you would come. She just knew you would come. In moments, you were all ushered through. Sorry, go ahead, Kate. You
Well,
wanna say
I
something?
lean over to Eamon. Well, la-ti-da. Ellicott was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, I see.
Okay,
Hoity-toity.
I should have picked a different sound. Hoity-toity. Let's go to... Hold on here. Let me find a good sound set. And again, don't fear. I will get all this figured out in time. I'm just actually looking for the basic tail spire one. Am I not seeing it? A little hard to see there. All right, forget it. I'm going to worry about it. We're going to go back to
Play some
Sirenscape.
Adrian Von Ziegler.
I've got Adrian Von Ziegler. I've been playing him all day, though, so I'm trying to do something different now. And let's go to this one. All right, so as you move through the Devereaux Manor, you see those same sigils everywhere. And there is a sense of doom that sits inside the manor, as though loss has rent the hearts of all the inhabitants. In moments, you find yourselves inside a huge manor hallway. Hang on here. Probably should have done
We
this
can work the
before.
camera.
I was gonna say,
No, not the bedroom.
does the roof need to come
Okay,
down
here,
a
let's do
little
that.
bit?
Let me go back here while I figure this out. You guys talk about what it's like as you're walking through the manor.
I mean, you tell me. What's the? Is it like marble or?
Yeah, so no, it's.
I am very scared.
Yeah, it's nothing to fear. It is familiar to you. Like, there is no blood on the walls. There's no sense of death. It's a sense of despair. There has been loss here that is clearly felt, but it feels familiar to you. But it's the familiarity of loss.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I more mean that in the way that I have not seen these people in a
Right.
while, and to know how they will react to seeing me is kind of what I'm afraid of.
They're reacting as you walk through the halls. It's sparse, not too many servants, but they are reacting with muted joy. You know, there's a sense of rejoicing to see the, almost, I won't call you prodigal per se, but the son who departed, went off to Magnamar, studied magics, now come back. But clearly, things have happened here in the Devereaux Manor since you left. You move through these halls so familiar to you, and yet seeming different now, seeming smaller.
I also do not have the wrappings on the sword or shield on my back.
Okay. As you move through the hallway with your unwrapped shield and sword, you turn through corners familiar to you. As a child, they seemed immense. The doorways seemed as though they towered. Now everything seems smaller, familiar, and yet more mundane, even in its gorgeous ostentation of Devereaux family wealth. In moments, you find yourself ushered into the banquet hall, so familiar to your family, and you see there is a feast that's been prepared. It looks like it's been sitting on the table for some time. A couple of servants move themselves out. You see your mother, her hair now shocked with white, her visage lined. Her head comes up.
Mother,
I knew you would come.
I'm home.
How could? And she buries her head in her hand. It's
I'll
awkward
just-
for all the rest of you, so go ahead.
I would say I pause before I don't enter that room.
So you stay outside the room?
Eamon stops.
Okay.
She's sitting down.
Yes, she's seated at the table, as
I
you
just
see here.
walk over and grab her head and pull it into my chest.
You walk over to her and she sobs. Your brother, your father, it's too much. Oh God, it's too much.
I'm right here, Mother. It's okay. We're not all gone. Where's Lexi?
Your sister's upstairs. She's asleep, and God bless her. May she stay there and not see what's happened.
You're right. She doesn't need to see what happened to Father. Did you... The town... Did you hear anything of what's happened to Sandpoint?
She pulls her head off your shoulder and she wipes the tears away. No, what is with the town?
I was afraid that something had come through and you might have seen it.
I don't understand.
It's been taken care of, but the town was attacked.
Is this your father's doing? It seems all is his doing.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I missed you so much.
I missed you too, son. She throws her arms back around you. You feel she's shaking in frailty. Eamon, you're outside. Irda and Kate, I presume, have come in. Ray has tucked himself underneath your cloak, wants no part of this, and it is a very awkward feeling inside this room. It's a banquet hall, and it seems like a place of rejoicing. It feels like a place of wealth and privilege, and yet all you sense is sadness in this place.
I'm so sorry I was gone for so long. I'm glad I was able to get back as soon as I was, but not soon enough. Did Father say why he left?
Did Father say why? No. Your father, he kept so many secrets. So many secrets. I didn't know what was happening until it was but... She looks at one of the serving women who walks past. 3? She nods. 3 days passed. You remember your favorite pony as a child? Dolly. Her head was on the porch 3 nights ago with the note pinned. Roderick and Edwin, your father, something with... They made evil friends. I'm sorry, Alcott.
Mother, I will not have you speak ill of the dead.
He killed your pony.
Not of Roderick. Roderick would never have done this.
Oh, you stick it up.
Cade, you watch your tongue. You are in my house now, Cade.
He's being foolish.
Cade takes a swig of rum, and as these words are said, Mariana, your mother, she grabs your arm. There is no ill of Roderick. He was a victim. Your father, Edwin, he was involved in something very evil. And Roderick paid the price. And then Edwin paid the price. And the note said, unless we pay, I and your sister will pay the price.
Pay what?
She pulls out a note. And her hands tremble. It seems like your mother has aged 20 years since you last saw her. The memories of youth, so idyllic, so tending toward the imaginations of exaltation, and yet you see her now, she looks so small. She looks so weak, she looks so old, she looks so wrinkled. She trembles, and she holds out a note, and you see that it's seeped with blood. It's a scrawled parchment.
What's it say?
It says, in a almost tauntingly elegant script, your father will pay, or your family will. 150,000 gold is his debt to us. In Magnamar, within a fortnight, or Devereaux is ash. And at the bottom, B7.
The brother's 7.
Oh.
They're after my family. Mother, I want you to know that in his last moments, Father knew what he had done. I'm going to pull out the little note saying I'm sorry. That's written in his handwriting.
She looks at the note. It doesn't matter. It's too late. What he's done. His tears, his sorrow mean nothing to me. He killed your brother, and he will be the death of our family.
You're all right, it's all right.
He spoke of this blasted construct. It was all he talked about.
We'll get him.
Well,
We gotta go do something.
I'm sorry to bring up poor memories, but what of that construct?
I'm sorry, you had your hand up.
No, I was gesturing to Cade to.
They're killing things.
The most common gesture in the Blue Box family. Cage! Go ahead and roll.
I take another swig.
Give me a raw d20 roll, and yes, you can roll this at advantage. Thank you to all of our viewers. Type exclamation point hat for our giveaway, which will be happening shortly.
17 on the dice.
A 17 on the die. He gambled, or he bartered, or I don't know what he did with our family and our fortune. This is the price that Roderick paid. But I heard him often speak of this. He called it a construct. He made mention of the Golem Works. I don't even know what that is, but
I do. It's one of the best schools in Magnamar. And it is unfortunately the target of one of our current ventures. And I look toward Cade. The shield, what we were tasked with grabbing. Father certainly started out doing what he was doing with the best of intentions for our family. Whether that was a smart decision or not is not up to us to make.
She looks at you, and there's suddenly a clarity in her eyes. Thank you to the nat d20.
You're doing good.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've done both. I've done good and bad.
bad.
Actually. You don't know all the time. Yeah, there's been a little bit of both.
For me.
Yeah, it's been, well, yeah, sometimes,
Kind of.
sometimes
No, I
not.
don't-
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's in that. So, and by the way, just for fun, you can do this on here, and I still
you
like,
can
I
roll dice
like
in it,
natural, I like natural rolls, but if you want to do it on here, you can. You click that and you drag it, and then everybody sees the 16 that was rolled there. So that's fun. Really nice feature of Tailspire, and I may use that on occasion. But I like my dice. I like my dice sponsors, and I also like my dice trade.
And who doesn't
Yes.
love that clickety clack of a dice?
It's just so satisfying.
It is. It's
why I
satisfying.
have
What I
so
love though
many-
is when you threw it, it knew it was going to land on the 16 the moment you released it from your grasp.
Right, exactly.
It was already lit up when it hit the table. So
That's
it was
right.
gonna, that's
I
pretty
don't
neat.
like that. I like
No,
the clickety
I do too. I like.
We
the-
all like the clickety
Yeah,
clack.
I'm thinking.
Iced that?
I could see
Goblin brains.
myself using this at some point where it's like a life or death roll
To
for
show
a
it to
player
everyone.
that everybody needs to see and know. So I could still use that, but in general, yes, I like the clickety clack of the tray.
So a
She
nice-
looks
a
up
nat
at you.
20.
You don't know. Your father was haunted by demons. He was not what you thought he was. Your last words with him, that harshness that you felt, that judgment, it was all through his days, all through his life. Not just for you leaving to study magic in Magnamar.
So
You
as-
guys are hearing all this. Well, you
Well,
kind of
as-
stayed out, but she's not
Okay.
quiet, and it's not a big room, so
And
you're.
as she's speaking, like, and Eamon senses that kind of the mother-son has kind of worked out. He'll come in, but just kind of stay to the side.
All right, so I've got Eamon right there, kind of standing beside the fire.
To be honest, Mother, in such a large house, I didn't see much of Father. I'm glad I was mostly with you.
She just nods and she puts her head on your shoulder and continues to sob.
What is that sound? Clicking. I'm just clicking.
I'm just holding my mother's head and I look at you all.
It is Alcott's mother. She has a brooch in her hands, and she's pulling the snap on the back of the brooch over and over and over
May I
again.
go and grab it from her?
If you wish to, do you want to try that?
Yes, I would. No, never mind.
I will instantly rebuff
I
you.
know.
Possibly,
Throw a threat at me.
possibly violently.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Friends. Could you give us a moment?
Push.
As you wish.
Irda will turn.
And I look at the servants throughout the room, and I'll just give them all a nod
And,
to exit.
and before Irda actually leaves, she's just gonna grab Cade too.
All right, Cade, Irda kind of grabs hold of you in a moment.
Come along with me.
Alcott, you're alone with your mother. She stands beside you here, and she's openly weeping. She sobs into your shoulder, and it's the two of you.
Mother, after father's death, the mantle of leader of the house has fallen to me, which means I have a rather large decision to make, chiefly in the name of your safety.
What do you mean?
What is left in our holds?
She taps the brooch again to irritate Cade, who left the room. But Cade's player is still here. So she says, I don't know where it all went. Your father, he gambled it. We have but 2,000 gold coins left in the treasury. It would take selling our lands and our manor to cover what this B7 demands.
They're known as the Brothers Seven, but the less you know about it, the better. Listen, I would do whatever I could to keep you safe. And Lexi. If that means selling our house. It sounds like they're going to burn it to the ground anyways.
But this is all we've ever known. I don't understand. What has he done?
I think a little bit of world knowledge might do you some good, Mother.
Wow, whoa, okay. Yeah. She kind of pulls back, she sniffles. What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but all we've ever known is the gilded halls of this house. Grapes and wine and... The world is not like that. I've seen it firsthand.
But this is my world. This is our world. This has always been our world.
No, Mother.
What have I done that we would lose this?
The town of Sandpoint is ours. Not this manor. Tiberian did not come here with the intention to be rich in a nice house. He came here with the intention of starting a city, which he did. We shall continue that.
It's never been about Sandpoint. It's a backwater town on the coast. And it's never been about these gilded, you called them, walls. It's been about the grapes. It's been about the vines. It's been about the Devereaux family legacy. And that bird, that sweet bird, he comes back every spring as though to bless us divinely. This is what matters. This is our home.
You're right. Then we shall defend it.
As defended son, you seem... What happened to your hair?
World weariness, Mother. World weariness.
Oh yeah, the world was a hard place.
World weariness does not
do that? What happened to your hair?
I just break out horribly laughing. I like cry while I'm laughing, and I'll get down on my knees and I'll put my head into her chest. I'm tired of me being the one holding her, and Mother, I will keep you safe. I promise.
As you fall to your knees, she wraps her arms, which again, once you felt so strong, now they feel so frail. They tremble, but she holds you. You feel her warm tears plop down on the back of your neck as you cry into her lap. The rest of the party, you stand outside and you just hear the racking sobs. You hear both Alcott and his mother. The crackle of the fire. The servants have all disappeared as though embarrassed by the display of the emotion, or perhaps just trying to spare embarrassment to the family.
Where are we now?
You're standing right outside the room. You're in the hallway.
Well, this is a bit awkward.
Speak it like they can't hear you.
Oh, this is a bit awkward.
Yes.
What do we do?
We wait.
We wait.
We give them their time. Because everyone deserves to have that chance.
Did you notice she kept pulling at her brooch? I don't know, does that seem strange?
I have known people who have nervous gestures when they are anxious or worried about something, perhaps. She is just trying to find something to do with her hands. Does not seem so odd to me. But perhaps.
Okay. I am not a lady, so I don't wear brooches, so...
I am not one for brooches either.
Well, all I know is the clickety-clack is driving me crazy.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys what
No,
to do. I got the DM.
Eventually-
I set the scene. You know what's happening.
I
You
would
gotta-
like to look around. I'm just Snoopy.
Okay.
All right, so Cade, you turn. You start to look through the hallways, or
Yes. Yeah, why can't
Irda,
I?
you see this. You see Cade turn.
We can.
I'm bored.
I understand. But
It's been
The
like
DM
30
is wounded.
seconds.
My player is bored.
no, Kate is bored.
Poor Kate is bored.
It took him all of about a minute and a half.
Yeah, true.
Kate, how about we do something?
But what if there's stuff in here? Like,
That doesn't belong
Like-
to us.
no, not to take. But what if there's clues?
To what?
Maybe the father left things around here.
If there are, Cade, show some respect for Alcott. It is his house. He will give
But
us...
how is he going to defend it if we don't, like, set up something or figure out where rooms are? We should know where.
And it is his position to introduce and tell us where these things are.
Fine, I look around where the food is. Are we there?
You see, you walk back in the room.
Yes. And I just I go looking around and eat some food off the
Well,
table.
at this point, I've stood up by the time that he comes back in, and I was heading toward the door.
As
Okay.
Cade tries to go back in, I reach for him, but I just miss at the last.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You step back in. You see Alcott. He stands up. He looks quite awkward and quite concerned. He's wiping tears from his face. You see his mother also stands up. She welcomes you in.
I'm sorry.
I've been such a rude guest.
Yes,
Please,
Eamon, please
enjoy
come in.
the fair.
Mother, this is Ida, Eamon, and Cade.
Hello, good lady.
Good people, this is Mariana Devereaux.
It's nice to meet you.
wisest woman you will ever
Brooch,
meet.
she pulls it away from you.
Ma'am, that's a lovely brooch. May I see it?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't care much for Edwin, but this was the last thing he gave me. She holds it close.
Irda will look to Mariana and she'll, do a gentle. It is very good to meet you, lady. You have raised the most exceptional son. You should be very proud.
She reaches out. You're exquisite. She touches a wrinkled hand to the side of your cheek and runs it down.
suspicious of the brooch now.
Do you fancy my son? He needs a good woman.
Mother! Mother! I am right here.
You should blush right now because that's exactly what happened to his son.
Ida, don't mind her. Mother.
You do. What you need a good woman.
I do not. We are a little busy right now.
I take her hand and kiss it.
You smell like liquor.
Rum, ma'am, would you like some?
He's a scoundrel, Mother. Don't worry about him. Eamon's good, though. He's good man.
I am sorry for your loss.
I can't hear you. You're muffled through those rags on your face. Why do you wear those?
Good lady.
Keep your hands off my brooch.
You might break it with all the clicking.
I'm afraid these are here because they give me a good side. I don't have a very good side of my face to show, so
You're not a bandit, are you? Some sort of Alcott you haven't caught up with?
Would I be running around with bandits, Mother?
Well, but they hide themselves in this fashion. Could you be sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
I only approve of one of your companions, Alcott.
Me.
You got it, Cade.
At your service, ma'am.
Yes, why don't you all grab some food?
Already in there, Alcott.
I'm quite hungry myself. And then I can tell you a little bit of a story, Cade. How about that?
Oh, I love stories. Stories are my specialty. But now you can give me one.
So I guess we'll sit down and start eating. The Devereaux family.
I just go over and grab the brooch.
Just grab it.
What? What?
She's-
You see Cade walking over purposefully toward your mother.
I am going to point at Cade, say pull toe, and cast telekinesis on
Oh
him.
no.
And
Okay.
I'm not going to do a violent thrust, I'm just going to slightly lift him up in the air. You do get to make a will save.
Oh, great.
Yeah, please make it. What's the DC?
19.
Will's not
Oh
his,
boy.
So good luck.
his strong suit.
I don't have a good will.
I think
You're
Cade.
using advantage.
I think Cade's gonna be floating here in a second.
you could use an advantage to
That's too late.
Oh. Wait, is that
What's
a
that?
14? Oh, I think I made it. Hold
14
on.
That's a
plus-
21, right?
Yep.
'Cause you have
That's a
7.
21. All right, you feel your feet get light. I was about to put you to flight, bars, but no, you stay on the ground.
Cade, back away from my mother. Come and sit down.
Fine. Can I have a thing? Can you please can you have your mother wear the brooch?
My mother will do with the brooch as she pleases.
Oh boy.
You
Alcott's.
see, Mariana. She kind of steps behind Alcott for protection.
Oh great.
Told you he's a cad.
Mother, why don't you go check on sister? Make sure she's doing all right.
All right.
She walks out.
There's something about that.
She gives another look.
You're sure you're okay?
You need to get it.
Better than ever.
All right, and your mother then.
I disappear. I was like, I think you have me selected.
Yeah, I did. You're right, but that's okay. I can put you right back. Look at this. So boom, him.
wow.
You're just hidden.
Yeah, so you're hidden.
Oh, that's like a DM
there.
layer?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
yeah.
neat.
Yeah, so it's a DM layer there. So your mother is hidden there. So it's just now the rest of you in the room.
And Ira's sat down with the food, but she's just kind of.
Thank you, all of our
pushing
viewers.
it.
Type exclamation point hat. Sorry, exclamation point hat for the giveaway.
She's just kind of moving the food around on her plate. She doesn't really have much of an appetite right now because she's so kind of worried about.
Alcott is very offhandedly eating, and he will open up a very fine bottle of a red
Huzzah.
to go with this pork.
And you had a story to tell, good
Yes.
sir.
I would
Before
like
I
lose
got-
attention again.
Yes, I got all flip-doodled by the noise, so
Well, perhaps it's better now that she's not here.
yes.
Anyways, now that you all have made your way to Devereux Manor, I would like to tell you the story of how it came to be. If that's all right.
Huzzah.
It's quite the fun story, actually. So, about 70 years ago, my grandfather Tiberian was in Magnamar. It's where our family is originally from. He was actually from outside of Magnamar. He was a farmer. Family of farmers. And he wanted to make a name for himself in Magnamar. So he went into the city, started a small merchant's business selling the goods that his family produced in town. And ended up making quite a name for himself within the town. It was only then that he met 3 other merchants. And I actually didn't write down their names, but it's the Kaijitsus, I think, was one of the names.
Right, that's right. Kajitsus.
I got that one. I do not remember the other 2 for the life of me.
That Meiko's family is gone.
Yeah, I don't have all that with me, but
It's
yes.
fine. The 4 families that are founding families of Sandpoint, he met with them, and they were getting tired of the taxes of Magnamar and the way that the city worked, and they wanted to start their own. So they decided to band together, each doing their own individual, unique mercantile business.
Huzzah. Boo on taxes.
My father was the farmer. One of them was a glassblower. The other did a lot of blacksmithing. It was specialized, and that way they wouldn't step on each other's toes and keep things in line and have a way to build up the town. So, they agreed. In a week's time, they would all set sail to the north and land near what is now Sandpoint. They had already scouted out the area, and they purchased the deed from the mayor of Magnamar, and my father sold everything in his store and bought a ship, a small.
Oh, huzzah.
Yes, a small ship. It was a storage vessel, not, I would say, anything that would come close to your Ameiko's revenge. But he hired a small
But
skeleton
a water
crew.
brother.
A small skeleton crew, mostly of people that knew how to farm and build, and not really sail a ship, which in hindsight wasn't all that ideal, but that's fine. He went to a nearby general store and bought every seed he could imagine. Pumpkin seeds and wheat seeds and corn seeds, everything he would need to start a massive, massive farm. And the store owner was so impressed by the amount of money my grandfather had with him, he gave him a little bonus on top of a couple grape seeds that he had left over. He was trying to sell some new stuff, but nobody was finding any luck growing it in the region, so he pocketed that in his jacket and got his men to put all of these crates onto the ship. And in his haste, my grandfather set out a night early. Beat them there, why not? To his dismay, the weather very quickly turned on him, and a massive storm overtook the bay and destroyed the ship. Everything he had bought, everything he had worked for, dropped to the bottom of the bay. He woke up the next morning, adrift on a piece of wood, with the members of his crew who had managed to survive, and 3 passing ships with the other members of the families on them. They got him on board, and he would still uphold his end of the bargain, help them build the town up, but significantly more limited than they were. And he landed. He started building. He actually used the last of the money in his pocket to send the men that he hired back to Magnamar. He felt bad, because he didn't really have anything for them to do. So he started chopping trees, took some borrowed tools from the nearby families, and started building himself a little house. And I point out a window at a little hut that sits outside of the
You see it outside that
and
window?
you guys see the shelter that I built when you guys first met me. Exactly the same as what is sitting out there. He built that. And he met a very kind Varisian woman.
Norwegian rum.
It's,
I had some.
we're in the region of Varisia. So
Well, they
she
have
was
very
amazing.
nice rum. I lost that for the bulky arm, Ixon.
And the two of them just built their house. And eventually, my grandfather was getting the itch to farm. And he remembered that he didn't have any seeds.
And that's what they see out the window, right?
Yes, they see that exact little hut.
Oh, I've been in that hut. Good memories.
And he then remembered, as he ran over to his jacket pocket, that he had a small pouch of grapes, grape seeds, left. So he planted a few. Not all of them. Didn't want to get overconfident. All of your eggs in one basket, as they say.
Smart.
And those died rather quickly.
Oh.
So he moved to a different area. Maybe the soil was too moist, so he tried a drier area. Didn't work. Too much sunlight. Tried it in the shade.
Drat.
Didn't work. So one day he was sitting on his porch, eating some bread. Sorry, I need to get to my point in the notes.
I love this story, by the way. This is such a good story. It's part of his backstory, everybody, so I know where this is going. Love it when it's revealed in character.
He was sitting on his porch, partially completed, large hole in the ground. That's what he used to tell us. He used to always be afraid that he would fall in. He always said he would get to it, but I don't know why he saved it for last. Anyways, this small bird, yellow bird, landed on the porch next to him, and out of mild kindness, he fed it a berry that he had from the families. I mean, he was fed by them. I mean, he foraged food around. He wasn't starving. And the bird acted kindly and stayed, to his surprise, for a few moments before pecking at his jacket. My grandfather was a bit confused, and the bird flew away. All right. The bird comes back about an hour later and gets on his head and pecks him in the forehead. And then flew away. And by the third time, he decided to get up and follow. The bird led him, and I point out another window too, right over there. And you guys see like a hilltop that is just covered in large, rounded rocks. What maybe appears to be like a river used to run through this area, so the rocks are very rounded and it's all very craggly. And
You see that out this window here. So you saw the little house here to this window. You see these rocks. He's pointing out
it's sort of more out in the distance, and it's kind of harder to see, but I guess in the moonlight, it's slightly visible. And you guys see a full vineyard up on those rocks. And it was there that he planted a few seeds. The bird insisted that this was the correct place. Of course, it wouldn't be, because it's rocks, it's not soil. Why would it work? But he quickly learned that the rocks assist in the water flows and keep the seeds just as warm as they need to be during the day, but not too warm. They give them shade. And after about a week, they sprouted. And they grew into the only grapes of the region. And some of the most delicious wine you will ever taste.
Oh, I can attest to that.
And it's for that reason that we have that finch to thank. And it is for that
Shiver me
reason.
timbers, this is a great story.
It is for that reason that the finch is our family's crest.
Well, I would make it the crest too.
Eventually, he ended up rehiring the men that he hired, selling his wine throughout the region. And I love this part of the story. He went back to the general store that he bought all of those seeds out of and bought his store from him and told him to retire.
Wow. Your father sounds like a very good man.
My
until he
grandfather
got-
was a great
Oh,
man.
grandfather. Oh,
Tiberian.
grandfather.
He eventually had Edwin, his only son.
Who lost your family's fortune?
Thank you for the reminder, Kate.
Sorry. Trying to keep track here.
Eamon stands quietly in the corner listening, and Irda to your right, to your left rather, also listening quietly. Either one of you saying or doing anything?
You know, I think about this, and I think about how you mentioned Ameiko's family, and I realized something. Your families have something in common. Ameiko's father and yours, they were both hurt by these people. She lost her father and brother to this darkness. I wonder if they're after the families in Sandpoint too.
Perhaps that is a thought.
Well, I think your mother is right. You cannot lose this place.
Oh, so you heard.
Nope, I did not.
No, you were
Oh, did I?
outside.
Oh.
Yeah, you were standing outside the door, but it was pretty loud.
It's fine, Kate.
Well, you know, I'm always around, kind
Yes.
of. And I think you need to keep it in the family, and we'll help you. And I rub your head again. It's growing.
Thank you,
Alcott.
Kate. We're going to need a lot to defend this place. You know that. And it will not be easy. They want 150,000 gold.
Oh, we're not giving them a thing of gold. I meant a dime, but I don't care.
That's funny.
We will not give them. I want to kill them
Oh, yes.
before they get an ounce. You need to. Need to see the brooch.
Why are you so...
I
What
don't
is
know.
with the brooch?
She's very clingy to it.
Everyone has their ticks.
No.
Imagine losing your son and beloved husband in a matter of weeks, and then learning that you're going to
She
die,
acted strangely
burned to the
about it.
ground.
She acted strangely about it.
Wouldn't you,
You
act
kind of-
strangely if someone tried to take your rum away?
Did you hear?
Oh, good point. Good point. That's fine.
All right, I guess it's rum that takes giving to him. I should have thought. I mean,
Really?
fair.
Surprise.
Honestly,
All right.
Ida,
Yes.
we need to save your brother.
Onward home.
I am still good to go. I have not cast much magic today.
Is there
Fine.
wait? Is there anything we can do to protect your place?
There is a couple things I wish to do before I leave. Mostly I would like to send them into the town of Sandpoint to be guarded by the sheriff, rather than here, where they know them to be.
It's safe for them to travel at night.
There are guards.
Oh.
We don't just have servants here.
Hoity toity.
Speak up.
Hoity. But I'm whispering. Hoity toity. Remember.
Stage whispering.
That's right.
Is there anything I can assist you with? Because you are helping me so much, and if there's anything I can do to help you prepare this.
I had the thought to put up my, the shelter. It is alarmed and locked. Perhaps we could find a place out in the woods in the distance for them to stay rather than sending them into Sandpoint, even another place that they wouldn't think to look. I would wish to cast alarm on the entrance room. Eamon, is there anything you can assist with? Anything you can think of? I'm not certain how quickly these people can make it. I'm not certain what their timeline looks like.
Right.
She said it was 3 days ago that this pony's head appeared on their front step.
And how long until they must pay?
Did it have a date on it? Any sort of time frame?
The letter said a fortnight.
Yeah, it's at a fortnight.
So 2 weeks.
Yeah, 15 days, typically 14, 15 days.
Then For now, I would like them to not stay here just in case, but I'm not worried about them instantly. We should easily be able to make it to your brother.
You notice Ray has quietly slipped off your shoulder, and he is rifling through all of the goodies on the table, just stuffing his face.
Eat away, little buddy. You deserve it.
You know, just in case we don't see them again, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna run upstairs to go get my mother and Alexiana.
All right, so you run upstairs, heading up the familiar stairs of the Devereaux Manor. We'll go to theater of mind here, and as you run up the rickety stairs, there's a familiar, almost comforting creak to these stairs as you go up. You grab the banister, carved with the Devereaux family finch on the edge of it. As you spin around, you hear your mother and your sister in the room that is your sister's room. You walk in.
I'll just knock on the door frame.
The door's open. As you walk, you come to the side of the door. You see it's open, and your mother's in there, and your little sister Lexi. She's pulling up out of bed, and she's wiping sleepy eyes.
Is that Lexi? Well, come on.
She leaps out of the bed. She runs over, hair tussling and jostling, as she throws her arms around your
I'll
knees.
Pick her up and put her onto my hip and hold her really tight to my chest. Oh, Lexi, it's so good to see you.
Where have you been? Full school?
You know, saving the world. Oh, I've got so many fun people for you to meet. So many fun stories to tell you.
She just giggles, she laughs, she kicks against you, she grabs your neck, just utterly enraptured to see her long-lost brother.
Come on, let's go downstairs. There's some food if you want some. I know it's late. Past your bedtime.
And so you take your little sister downstairs. Your mother follows behind.
I'm looking at things and picking up items, or not stealing, but like looking at.
We walk in and you just have like a candelabra.
Kate is rifling through that. All right, so Kate, you see there's lots of valuable items. There's drink, there's food, there's all kinds of family heirlooms. Anything in particular you're looking for?
I no wonder, Irden, Eamon, Alcott is so soft. He grew up in luxury. Look at this. Everything is so nice.
It does not seem very soft to me, Kate.
Do you not remember when we met him? We made him strong. You know that. You know that.
I think he's strong because he's able to
No.
do. Just like you're good at with the blade, he is good with what he is good at.
I get that. He's a little soft, you know he is.
Kate, of
Eamon,
all people,
what about all people?
really, you
I'm
are
just saying.
you are judging, and yet
Yeah.
you are accepted despite you yourself being probably somebody that has gone through this kind of thing. Really, no.
But can't you just imagine him growing up like this? I mean,
We all have our differences, Kate.
We have our
but
differences.
look at
exactly.
what he's become. He's seen a lot. Just imagine if he was in this house, but he's seen the world. The world has helped him.
You come walking in, you're hearing this conversation right about this point as you walk in.
No, you're all right. I'm quite soft.
Oh, huzzah!
And
Huzzah! Drink to that!
I lean down to Lexi and I squeeze her cheeks and I'm like, but we're all soft, aren't we?
Oh, bravo! That's where we'll stop tonight. Love that. All right, so he squeezes his little sister's cheeks, and that is where Blue Box ends tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. So we have a giveaway. We have Stream MVP. Don't leave us. Plus a couple things we want to talk about. And I thought this was a lot of fun tonight. I hope
MVP
you
is going
did
to be
too as well.
contentious.
Yes, it
We
is.
all had some good moments.
Really, really fun, and lots of backstory stuff that happened tonight, and really uncovering the history of the
This
players.
guy.
And what I'm so excited about, more than you know, your role play was okay. Your role play was okay.
I was
You
like,
go,
all right.
this is my last time with the shirt. I can take this shirt
Until May!
No, stop saying that.
He has
That's not
been
right.
wearing it for a week straight.
I know, a week's run. I mean, like, not
No,
at
like
work,
he hasn't
obviously.
taken it off. He slept in it. It's disgusting being in this room with
Yeah,
it.
the stench is nauseous.
Oh, gosh.
So we have a giveaway tonight, which is a blue box hat. You can get either the white or the black. I won't put this on because we can give this away, but won't put my head on it. But the white one has blue logo, and the black one has a white logo. You can choose whichever hat you want. So you type !hat in the chat. But we also have Stream MVP tonight, and Stream MVP gets 2,000 experience points for this group to whoever wins. And we're going to start off tonight. Let me see here. I'm trying to figure out who I don't. I'll start with Cade tonight. I'll only start with you. So, Cade, why should you be Stream MVP?
Huzzah! I should be Stream MVP because I'm Cade, that's why.
Same answer every week.
100% of the time.
Well, let's see. I became the proprietor of the Rusty Dragon because I did develop a friendship with the wonderful Ameiko, which led to her giving me the Rusty Dragon in her untimely death.
Well, more
God
than
rest
that,
her soul.
you also gave her something which
Oh,
still
yes.
seems to be.
Malfeshnikor, the evil kitty cat.
Thank you, Falcon Wolf.
Then I did kill him, stuffed it. Now I can leave it in the Rusty Dragon
Wait,
because
you
it's
didn't
mine.
actually kill him.
Oh,
No.
No, you were
Solomon
the
killed him.
Solomon.
Whatever.
Who is now?
That's not how I remember the story.
Solomon abandoned the head at the
Exactly.
Oh!
It's like when Irda was biting.
potato.
A massive crit.
It's like when Irda was biting her tongue at the Kraken story. Cade
Yes.
kills everything in his mind.
That's exactly right. Well done. All right, so that's why Cade should be Stream MVP. Eamon, why should be Stream MVP?
Eamon had a moment, I guess, with Alcott and divulged some of his backstory, a little bit more, not much, which I think is true to the character. He's going to stay guarded, and he also remembers the debt that he owes Irda, which is why he wasn't. He made the choice to not require them to wait for him and Alcott to scry. So he's he's opening up a little bit though to Alcott.
Bravo, so really well played tonight, and I love this because the term backstory almost feels I don't know, a bit trite, but it is the history of these characters. Each of these PCs, they're real people. They have histories and families and upbringing, and I don't like it in any D&D game when people meet and go, "Oh, let me tell you all about my life," right? So the way these things unfold and they feel very natural, I thought was really well done by both of you tonight because the story really did revolve around your characters a bit.
Yeah.
All right, why should you be Stream MVP?
Alcott should be Stream MVP because the rousing speech to the town at the start to get everybody kind of back up and moving, and then the shifting of the statue to more better represent who the actual heroes of Sandpoint are. And
yeah, I'm texting Frederica tomorrow to get this all worked out.
get her on that. Alcott also, we had some discussions with Irda about, what the heck is going on with her brother and what we need to do next because there's so many places for us to go and what is the next big point. And we decided as a group, we should, because it's on the way, we'll check up on his family. So teleported there, cool use of teleportation. It's always cool. It's a cool spell. And Rory really liked the way I described teleportation. He said it was like a black hole effect, with the stretching.
Yes.
I thought that was pretty neat.
I like that too.
And then, just the emotional role play between him and Mariana and eventually Alexiana, his younger sister, and the telling of the Devereaux family wine myth story thing that may or may not be true, but we all accept it to be.
Pat drew the statue.
Oh, it's something.
I did challenge him. I did challenge him.
He did.
Anyway, I was like,
All right, so fan art is a big thing here at Blue Box, and we have some of the best
Oh, that's
fun
really
fan
good.
artists anywhere in D&D.
The X's over sign.
And I'm going to pull it. Pat draws. Thank you. I'm going to pull it up right now while I pull this up.
And he has a Cade one.
By the way, who was Pat Draws actually said Alcott
thanks,
should be
Alcott.
MVP because he isn't Cade.
Is that how we're doing MVP from now on? Is when we didn't do something in session?
Thank you. Oh, Ugluck the Girthy. Thank you so much. Bits and bits just because we appreciate that. Hey, as we say all the time, we appreciate everything you guys do to support us. Every single dollar plus about times 10 goes back into this stream and making all this stuff happen. But we appreciate it so much. All right, so while I pull up Pat Draw's artwork, why should Irda be stream MVP?
Irida should be stream MVP because she finally felt confident enough to try scrying for the first time
Which was great.
because it was a major thing she's been frightened of looking into up to this point, and because she's now to a level that she feels confident to try that spell to check on her brother, and the use of her own blood to help with the spell and the incantation she used, asking for Serena's guidance with that as well, and then begging for a little bit of help from the party when she would not normally ask for something for herself, but you know, it's something she needs, and being willing to ask for something she needs because that's important to be able to do. And the word she gave to Shalelu to try to, and the healing, but to try to comfort her some in this moment of grief and massive loss, and help her understand that they have made a difference, and it might not feel like they have, but they
No,
have.
I thought that was wonderful role play. I really did, and I thought your interaction with Shalelu, again, unexpected. This is what you love about D&D, right? Because we do put a lot of effort here into, you know, the accoutrement and making sure people feel connected with whether it's Tailspire or the physical table that we have here, which. If everybody can kind of see the whole table here, let me kind of shoot it down for a second. You know, we do a lot of work with minis and table stuff set up.
They didn't need to see us anyways.
But ultimately, it does come down to role play and the moments with these characters. And I just thought that was a wonderful moment with Irda and Shalelu inside the infirmary. All right, so we'll have the stream MVP up to vote in the chat.
now.
And then we'll be rolling off for the hat giveaway today. So each one of our players will be able to roll D20s. If you're a sub, you get
Vote
2
for
D20s.
Cade! Run for votes!
Run for votes. And also, you know, if you're watching today and you haven't followed, or if you're a follower and you haven't subbed, or my goodness, if your sub has lagged and you haven't renewed it yet, we have one question for you today. What are you doing? Come on, give us a
Seriously,
follow.
what are you doing?
Give us a follow here. Your stream MVP vote is up, and let's go through.
Maybe I
and let me
disconnected.
kick off our Nightbot giveaways.
I've been
All right, so
weirdly disconnecting
we're going to
from
start
chat.
with you, Cade. Cade, by the way, you can see the wonderful artwork of Pat Draws there with the new hero.
I'm going to try and make a
yours.
shirt after
You can
No,
this.
use the
Sans
blue
point,
box
but-
one to vote for somebody.
I love the one you did earlier. This one.
Oh, I love this one.
This one.
That's really funny.
This one is so good.
Excessive kindness, violent generosity.
I love that it's a quote.
Violent generosity,
Violent generosity.
abusive force of alcohol, grabbing this poor, this poor beggar by the scruff of his neck and ripping him into the. Yeah, we might get some complaints this week. Overwhelming feedback. Be wary. All right. So the first of our viewers, Cade, you will be rolling for. Lord Forth William!
huzzah!
Long-time sub, and William would look good in one of these blue box hats, no doubt about it. All right, next we go to Eamon. Eamon, you will be rolling for Mymorph! Mymorph, a recent winner. Congrats on being in the role again, my friend. Third one is Robert, Phantom MJ.
Do I get Robert every time?
You guys have some kind of sync up.
Do you ever win for him, sir?
No,
I won him last week because I got a nat 20.
Oh, that's right.
that's
Yes, you
right.
did.
Okay.
You did. That's right. All right. And
I will
then
never forget that.
last, Irda, you will be rolling for North Shore DM.
Oh,
Yay! North Shore's never been in the
Ray.
giveaway.
He's a new
People are calling Ray
Just
Phantom.
since, yes, and he's been
giving
following.
us
He's been following since January and just got a gifted sub today.
I got you.
North Shore, though, you got to be present. Everybody pop in there and tell us your
Phantom's
name.
here.
Yeah, he's here. Okay, we are ready
I
to
will
go.
try.
Everybody
I will
gets 2 D20s because you're all subs, and we'll go around the room in the same order. Cade, tell us who you're rolling for and give us your roll.
Huzzah! Vote for Cade. I am rolling for Lord
Fourth. William, Lord Fourth.
Nat 20! You're welcome, sir!
It's no fun. It starts with a
I
nat
can
20.
see it, and this is this beautiful jade die. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, that I begged the DM for.
Yeah, she did beg. Those are like $70 dice. All right, who are you rolling for?
Myomorph.
All right.
There we go. 16.
Good try.
Sorry, that's close, but not quite. All right.
All right, Robert. Here we go.
Here we go,
Phantom
Phantom.
and Jay.
Nat 20!
Oh, we got a roll up. Oh, by the
Let's
way,
go.
congratulations, Alcott. You are Stream MVP. And let me see here. Oh, it was not that close. You crushed the field.
I can't actually see what the final was because mine isn't
you
up
crushed
yet.
17, 5, 4, and 3.
Yep.
Y'all were all really close there. too.
Well done. All right.
Everybody did
All right,
great.
so we
in the
got a
roll.
nat 20 for Robert. We
was
got a nat
amazing.
20 for William. All right, now we're going
I'm
to
rolling for North Shore DM.
North Shore
Hopefully I can do
DM.
something
Here we
for
go,
here.
North Shore DM.
This one at 20?
17.
A 20 dice roll off should be I like a crit. That's a good idea. You know what?
What is it?
20s are crits. Let's go percentile dice on these. So let's
good
switch it up.
idea.
I don't know if that's what Derek meant, but thank you, Extort. I think it's a really good
It
idea.
increases the
So
chance
yeah,
of
exactly.
big
So more
differences.
variability. Yes. What? What
Robert.
All right. So
Do you want plastic
what's that?
or tiger's eye?
Give them to both.
Make them both winners.
Yeah, but this is fun.
Roll percentile dice, please.
All right.
All right. So each of you roll percentile dice. So that's a D100, if you
We will roll at the same time in the same tray. Yes.
1d20 for the.
Wait. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Yes,
Here's what I'm gonna do. Wait. Don't roll.
Cameras?
No, I'm gonna go back to Tailspire.
Oh, you're gonna do it in Tailspire.
No. What I'm gonna do is, I like Cade's idea. So here's the plan. I'm gonna roll against the two of you. If either one of you beats my percentile roll, I will give it to both, and I will inside of Tailspire.
Well, now we're on a team. There we go.
Yeah.
So it's like if it's you win against him, but I beat both of you, then only the winner. Gets
Really, it doesn't matter. Either one of us has to beat you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If either one of you beats me, both the viewers, William.
Otherwise,
and
whoever is the highest
That's
after
exactly.
that.
So here we
All right,
go.
there
So
you go.
I'll roll first. Here we what? No, not 2d20s. All right.
your-
Well, we're doing.
2d10s.
Yeah. So
Tens.
Greg, there we go.
Okay.
What was that?
Oh,
Don't get the 10!
can you beat a 10?
I can certainly beat a 10, I think. All right. I got 86, and she got 86.
Okay, so both
89,
William
86.
I actually almost rolled a 10.
But Lord Fourth would have won. So thank you. I have both your addresses. We'll get hats out. You just need to Discord me. Do you want the black hat with the with the white lettering, or the white hat with the blue lettering? Also, make sure you're watching us this week. Greyhawk Awakening will be on Tuesday night. Our Lore Masters Arcanum on Wednesday will be all about Tailspire, this incredible app, but that'll be a prelude to the big show that we have coming on the 28th. Mark your calendar. I want every one of my followers, every one of my viewers, I want to make this the biggest, not just the biggest LMA, I want to make it the biggest Blue Box stream we've ever had. I'm asking you all to be on for us on the 28th at 5 o'clock. It's
gonna be
special 2-hour Tailspire edition with all of the folks from Bouncy Rock, the CEOs, co-founders, lead developers, marketing. These are the guys behind this tool, and it is going to be a big part. Again, I've said this many times, we still love our physical tabletop. So this stuff isn't going away. You will still be seeing this on Blue Box every single week. But now we have another tool that we're using, which is Tailspire, and I think it's going to be so much fun for us to work with as a group. So mark that on your calendar. Now, also, another spot, I don't have a header for it yet, but mark your calendar for Tuesday, April 20th. That week, I'm traveling on business. We have a special one-shot. What?
People have our address. Please don't tell them you're going on purpose.
Okay, good point, yeah. But I have big dogs and lots of guns in my home. And I hire a armed guard, like the Devereaux family. And I could be home at any time that night. But I won't be streaming that night. But guess what? Blue Box will still be live because we have the amazing Josh of NPC Voices.
Yes.
He's running a one-shot that night. And we'll we'll raffle off this one-shot opportunity in our Discord channel. So people that want to play, you'll have the chance to join that in the Discord. So you got to be in the Discord if you want to be part of any of this extra fun stuff that's happening here on
And
Blue
something
Box.
coming in May.
Hey, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Guild Superior. Thank you so much. Bring the yes, he's a great
my
sport. I'm looking through the chat here. Obsidian Wrist, thank you. Thank you, Kayla. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, all of you. Good fun tonight. Now, let's figure out who we're going to raid. Is there anybody up that we see that is worthy of a Blue Box raid? Thank you for all the follows, for all the subs. I see some folks I like, but not any of our immediate community, so make sure I'm not missing anybody. I see Not Great RPG is up.
Yeah, I saw them.
And they are great RPG, by the way. They're really, really good. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Derek. But I want to make sure there's not somebody I'm missing. I'm going to kind of lean in that direction. They're fun. What a fun group, these guys. They got a great room, too. Their room actually makes me a little bit jealous how cool it is.
Not great RPG.
They have a space. We don't.
Well, yeah, we've made a lot. We've done pretty well with our space
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, the most of a little room.
We have made the most of my little room. So we're rating Not Great RPG. And again, thank you to all of our followers and viewers today. Thank you to my players. Great job. I know it was a little bit rough in patches, and we're still implementing this new tech, but I think all in all, frankly, it's getting a little bit better each time. We stumbled a bit on Tuesday night because I had 4K up on the cam, and it was really jittery, but I fixed that. It was a minor adjustment. I think the lighting, and also just me figuring out how much to kind of interact with this versus not, but we're getting there each time, and so thank you, and...
Well, thank you, John.
No, thank you so
You
much.
do so great.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Here's all
And
the
I
dice.
give back my beautiful dice from Castle Entertainment, the cheetah dice.
We didn't really have to use
And-
much dice.
Yeah, no, we didn't. There was no
Sometimes those are the
combat
best
tonight.
sessions, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And so the raid did it already kick off?
We haven't not left yet. It's still
so
counting
where
down.
is the
We'll just keep
raid the
droning on
channel?
about
I
random
did it.
stuff.
Did I lose time here? Something went wrong.
The raid now button is grayed out currently.
Yeah,
7,
why?
6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2,
3?
1. Gone. Right now.
Did we raid?
We're rated.
There we go. That's weird. That's
I
what
hit the
that was.
raid now button. once
Twitch
it
is
was
being
no
really
longer-
weird recently.
Once it was no longer grayed out,
Thank
it
you
was
so
fine.
much. Raid with a party of 43.